All right. Welcome back to HP Live. This is the #1 place for Pokemon news, rumors, speculation, and we're talking all about Legends ZA today. I'm so excited. We've had this game for a week now. We got a lot to talk about. Of course, we're going to address a lot of the backlash that's been happening online. I think it's pretty ridiculous. All of us have started to acclimate to the battle system. So I'm looking forward to talking about this ZA battle system, but also in conversation with, maybe what we're going to be seeing in future generations, right? Future Pokemon games. Could this battle system kind of move on into the future? I got my Greninja last night. I've been loving the online competition. We're going to talk about that. And later in the show, there's also so much new lore that we've learned about from the museum, from the Lumiose Museum. There's a bunch of little nuggets in there that we want to review. And of course, Super Chats run the show. If you guys have thoughts, if you guys have theories, ideas, any topics you want us to talk about, Super Chats run the game. I'm so glad you guys are joining us today for this week's Hidden Power episode. My name is DustyGogoat. I'm also joined by TraderLumi.
Hello.
And SoulSilverArt.
What's up?
Loving this game, guys. I cannot put it down. I literally have been staying up so late every night playing it. I'm still trying to beat the game. I think I'm like 60 hours into the game so far. I'm rank B. Let's do that just to establish kind of where we're at, because I don't think we won't spoil anything probably past where we're at in the game. But I'm rank B. I've got like 60 hours. Where are you guys at?
I'm at rank B as well. We talked a little bit on a secret power we recorded, which will be available to y'all on Monday. But
yes, sir.
I'm a little ahead of you in rank B, but I am in rank B as well.
Okay, rank B.
I'm at rank F. I just beat Vinny. So that was fun. And he ranked me up all the way to F, so that was pretty sweet.
Nice, dude.
That's
yeah.
I don't know how many hours I have, but probably a lot.
A lot of people,
probably
over
30.
A lot of people didn't like that. Just to jump in right there, like I saw a lot of people said that they didn't like ranking up so quickly. A lot of people. Lumi, maybe you even want to explain. We talked about this a little bit on Secret Power, but yeah, you said you didn't like this.
I did not like this, and I want to be clear. I get why they did it. We kind of talked about it a little bit where, like Dusty, you said like, the grind would have been repetitive. I mean, goodness, what level would we have been by the time we got to rank A in that scenario? We would have possibly had to go beyond 100. But, and that gets even worse when you factor in that the DLC is meant to be post-game, because you're not able to play the DLC. This is revealed by the Pokemon Company. You're not able to play the DLC till you've beaten the main story of Legends ZA. So yeah, it would have been messy. So I get it. I do get it. But it kind of gave me a bit of a start, because just doing that big skip did make me go like, well, great. Because when you're rank V, that's a long way from A. So I feel like, man, I'm loving this game. I got so much of it. But when you suddenly go from rank V to F, there is a whiplash that's like oh, well, now A's right there. Oh no, and it's not that bad. It isn't. That was just my impression at the time. But the game has added a lot more elements to kind of make it where, okay, but now the time it took me to go from rank Z to Y was a lot quicker than from rank, F to D. So, or E. A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, E.
They made it work. They definitely made it work.
They did. They did. So it was like a complaint that I had, and it did go away as I continued.
I think it
definitely was a little like, at first I was like, ooh.
Yeah. I think that's what it was. I think because I had the same thought. When it happened in the moment, I was like, what? I'm like, how am I getting through this so quickly? What? Like, you're taking the game away from me. But as you said, as soon as I kept playing, I actually thought the last 20 hours of, like, I guess you could call it story gameplay was pretty boring. I think the rogue battles are fun, but the format of doing doing your secret, what are they called? Like the team meetings, doing the team meetings, doing the rogue battles, leveling up or getting your tickets and then doing the final battle. There's really like each of those are fun individually, not so much the team meetings, but like those are fun individually. I like doing the game of all of that, but the blocking, the pacing of it all, it really had me just button mashing. Where everything in the beginning of the game, I was like very just like very like carefully. I was taking notes. I'm like, listen, I'm reading every single NPC dialogue. I'm like there's something here. Like I feel like I'm Emma. I'm a detective. That's how I felt, right? I was. Mm-hmm. Did you guys feel similar? But like this midsection of the game, even though it is so much fun, and I'm getting. I said it last week. I'm getting most of my playtime and engagement out of literally just like everything separate from the plot. It's the world. It's taking pictures. It's getting lattes. It's capturing Pokemon. That has been a joy for me.
That has been fun.
But all I'm saying is like, I guess I'm trying to say is like, if I had to do what we have to do from rank F to B, but I had to do that from V to F, I would not be enjoying this game. I'd be like, come on, hurry up.
Yeah,
that's my
really
stance.
long.
That's my
It
stance.
would be so long.
That's my stance.
I have you been doing the side quests at all though?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
yeah,
sure you've done
here and there. They're pretty quick, but yeah, here and there.
I do them like all. That's like the first thing. That's what I've been doing. I've done like every single one because that's the type of person I am where I don't want to progress in the main story like as much because I just don't want that to be over.
Yeah.
So I do all the side quests first. That's why I love side quests actually.
Yeah.
So these ones are pretty good. I know it's kind of off topic, but they're
it's part of
a
it.
step up from Arceus, right? They're a step up from Arceus, but they're still not like to the side quests quality that I really want. But with that being said, I think the more jarring thing about getting ranked up that far was like the plot reasons for it. I was like, he literally tells you we're looking for the strongest person to go through the ZA Royale.
Yeah.
and then it's like, but you know what? We're just gonna get you all the way up to the top because who cares? But at the same time, so I was playing this on stream and my chat let me see the light, and it's like you have to beat him and he's that strong, and you already beat the rogue mega Pokemon, so you're already like qualified. So he's basically doing it where he's like, you're better than all these people already, so let's just
we're wasting your it's like the way I see it is like it's like when a teacher will like, you've seen movies about this where like a teacher tells like a kid's parent, like, this kid's too smart for this grade, you need to bump him up.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
like it's in the interest of the child. We're wasting a year of his life,
But with that being said, I do think that they like Game Freak did on purpose to not tell us. Like they're like, you got to go from rank Z to rank A, and then in the game you're like, even the player character when you're watching it, he's like, He's like, what?
He's like, how is this happening?
Yeah.
It's
a whole different thing.
Yeah, you bringing up the side quest is actually that's actually interesting because I'm thinking about it a little bit differently now, and I think actually maybe it's the way that I played. Like I feel like I spent 25 hours doing side quests and doing all of the other little things that like I didn't need to be doing, like taking pictures and getting lattes and like chilling on the bench and like hanging out on social media and shiny hunting and whatever. Like I'm doing all the stuff that isn't part of the game, and actually maybe it's user error. Maybe I'm actually thinking that this midsection of the game is a little bit repetitive because I'm actually just grinding through it because I look around and all my creator friends have beaten the game or are making videos and theories, and I'm like, oh, I gotta hurry up. But I'm still at like 50, 60 hours. Like, so there's still plenty to do here. And again, I want to reiterate, like I'm having so much fun. All right, you guys want to read some of these super chats, and then I guess I want to
please,
and then I guess I want to answer the question, like, is this game any good? Because that's what everyone's yapping about online. Let me pull these up. Hold on, right now we got Kai Dragonborn has been a legendary tier member for exactly 12 months. That's 1 year. Hey, HPP, a 1 year subscription anniversary hype. Excited for the podcast today.
Yeah,
we really appreciate you,
for
Kai.
all that support, man.
Yeah, thank you for all the support. And I'll say this for any new member, we are. Lumi, help me out with the plug. We are doing this year again. This is the third annual holiday gift that we're sending out to our supporters. Just like last year, this is only available for the box legendary tier members or higher. We have so many people supporting, and not everyone wants the card, so we made it. We made this card available for that second tier for people who actually want it. because we actually we get custom art. We create these holiday cards that are completely custom by talented artists in the community that I'm sure you've seen or you know. There's a handwritten card on the back. I gotta lick every envelope. I put little goodies inside. I'm handwriting the addresses and sending them out with a stamp. It's a labor of love, and it's so much fun. And I'm excited to actually see the art that we get this year. So anyway,
for just $10,
yeah,
you can have your very own Dusty. You can clone him from that envelope.
It's true.
Yeah, so like he said, Box Legendary tier, you just have to be a member at some point during the month of November, and that does mean if you were to sign up for a membership at any point, now even though it's not November yet, you will be a member in November because a membership lasts a month, so you will be counted if you sign up for a Box Legendary tier membership today. And that'll run to November 30th. If you want to wait, November 30th is the deadline for that. Just sign up by then. Box Legendary tier. That's very important because there's multiple tiers. Box Legendary tier is the lowest tier you have to do. Of course, Mythical, Arceus, Game Freak, Inc. Y'all will, of course, get one as well. But yeah, just wanted to make that distinction. Also, too, on Tuesday...
we're doing double plug.
28th,
double plug.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a good time,
Sure, sorry.
October 28th, Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be doing our next call-in show, which allows you to call into the show. The topic is Legends ZA, so you can tell us
excited.
what you're thinking about the game. You can tell us what you want to,
theories, any little nuggets that you've discovered that someone has missed. I was talking to Toby yesterday.
DLC speculation.
And I couldn't believe that I said something that he didn't know. I was like, what? And so if you guys come on the show, and I'm sure you guys will tell us stuff that no one in the world has even noticed yet. There's so many amazing lines of dialogue. So, and there's so many references to other regions in this game, other characters. Leon is mentioned. It's so cool. So get on the show. We want to hear from you guys. We want to hear your theories, your first impressions. We want to hear about your teams. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. 100%.
All right. So that's okay. Trevor Reed has also become a legendary tier member. Shout out to you, Trevor. Thank you for joining the squad, joining the Hidden Power universe.
Thanks,
appreciate you, man. Ninja Matt is also here. They've been a legendary tier member for 1 month, and they say, "Yo, I'm a new sub and a member, and I love this channel so much." I'm glad to have met you guys. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Ninja Matt, for being here.
Appreciate the support, man. I'm glad you found us.
Absolutely. And let's see. We got Shiny Metroid Trainer. Bro, thank you for all the support. Thank you for the super chat. They say it's Mighty G. Oh, it's just Drampa.
I think they based Mighty G
probably
on this. One way or the other, vice versa, but I think it's a thing. It's very similar.
Yeah, and it definitely makes me wonder, if that's a plan they have for the anime,
if he'll get one.
Because seriously, the dude he looks exactly like a Drampa.
He looks just like Drampa.
So, and he's got this whole secret superhero thing.
Who is this? Mighty G? I don't even know who this is.
Yeah, it's a character in the anime.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah,
yes.
Ludlow, I think it says. Ludlow's his actual name.
Dude, I love. I want to. How can I?
Guy's a tramp.
How can I dress like this in Legends ZA?
You can.
He's a fisherman.
I thought you meant in real life.
You're kidding me, dude. I love this guy. He's a fisherman.
Yeah, he is.
Dude, what's going on with Bulbapedia right now?
Yeah, and he's got this whole secret superhero side where he's actually super buff, and that just makes me think about how Drampa has this mega evolution where it basically kind of becomes young again. Yeah. And again, the dude looks like a Drampa.
He literally
come on
does.
Now.
I wish I could make this a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, right here.
Color, the coloration of his clothes is Drampa vibes. But the beard is literally.
I gotta listen.
Yeah, the hair and the eyebrows too.
Yeah. On my old man tier list, this guy has just surpassed. I can't even think of his name.
I know who you're talking about.
the grass gym leader in Kalos.
Ramos.
Ramos.
This guy Ludlow has just passed Ramos. Ludlow S tier. Ramos, we're no longer friends. Done,
Whoa.
dude. Ludlow is the guy.
You're really
dude.
gonna do that to Ramos when he's probably definitely dead? You're gonna disrespect him like
He's
that?
not, dude.
No, you know what? He might not be dead.
He's
He
not,
might not
dude.
be. He might not
Spoiler,
be.
maybe
He's as
spoiler
tall.
alert.
He's as
It's
tall
not
as
spoilers.
AZ.
It's revealed pretty early on that.
Maybe spoiler alert, but it's only 5 years later. Like,
Yeah.
it's like nothing later.
Yeah.
That's true.
So my guy's
That's
probably
true.
still alive. to be
Ramos is
honest.
probably still out there, maybe.
Ramos is out there, dude. He's currently. Dude,
just chilling.
I think my next playthrough. I guess this playthrough is kind of like a Ramos playthrough. I gotta do it. I want to do some like themed playthroughs. I really do. This guy is so cool. In Gen 10, I want to be able to make my character a little bit older. All right.
I'm really excited for you to do this Ramos themed playthrough because I love the idea that, like, instead of just this kid who showed up to Lumiose City, it's actually Ramos showed up to Lumiose City. They're looking
came
for
back.
the strongest Mega Evolution user, and Ramos is like, well, I guess that's me.
Victory
you know?
Bell, Meganium.
Back in my day, I was the strongest.
Yeah, dude. I'll have the whole team.
I mean, you got the Victory Bell, you got the Go-Go, you know?
Sure. There's plenty of Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I could have
sure.
Venusaur and I could have Chestnut. I could have all the grass starters. That sounds fun.
Abomasnow.
Sure.
If you
Super
wanted
fun.
to do, like, all grass Megas, you probably
Yeah.
could.
But yes, thank you, Shiny Metroid Trainer. Cozy Komala is also here. Big super chat. They say a stream on my birthday. This day can't get any better. Thanks for all the amazing
Let's
content and for
go.
allowing me to find this beautiful community. Thank you so much, Emil. Really appreciate it. And happy birthday. Should we sing him
Happy
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 birthday?
birthday, Cozy.
Happy
birthday to you.
That's it.
All right. We got
Cozy's
James
the realist.
James
Realist.
Perot
He is.
right here. Thank you so much for the super chat. They say for people upset over the 15 skipped ranks, don't worry, no spoilers, but post game makes you do 15 more ranks to unlock something very worth it. Wow.
True.
I didn't know
True,
that.
true, true.
That's nuts. That's literally nuts. Okay, that's actually really good to know. Yeah, thank you, James Perot. And oh, dude, this is big. Can we see some stars in chat? Chat, can we see some stars right now? Some star emojis.
Star.
Cornet Highlander, big super chat, just said, Soul, I will eat my words on Mega Skarmory. My opinion has changed after seeing it in game, even though Mega Excadrill is still my ZA heavyweight. Sending this early because I'm on break at work.
Well, you know, bro, it's okay. I change my opinions all the time.
Yeah.
It is a great Pokemon, though. I agree.
It's so
Beautiful.
good. Is it a? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess we're showing megas. People know the mega. If you're watching this, you know the megas, right? Have we
I mean,
posted it?
you were on Drampa for like a minute. I think Skarmory's coming later today.
Yeah, but Drampa's
the next
shown.
one.
Drampa's the very first mega shown. You know,
True.
Wow, you're right. It is. I didn't even think about that.
it shocked me.
It is.
It
that they
literally
just right
shocked
out
me.
the gate were like, here's the hardest one, you know?
It literally shocked me, like because I did not think they were gonna send out Drampa at all. I did not think they were gonna send out Drampa. At all.
No, I don't think many people.
Or sorry, I
did.
didn't think they were gonna mega evolve. Like he sent out Drampa, and I said, "Nice, that's great, Vinny. I think I love you." And then, he started talking and mega evolved his Drampa, and I was like, I panicked. I'm like,
Yeah.
I did not think that was gonna be the first mega that I saw in the game. You know?
Definitely
It
strong
was tough too. It was tough too.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, I don't know about y'all, but the mega I struggled the most to fight, and I think this
Yeah.
is just because of my team build up, was actually Electros.
Ooh, yeah. Electros was tough. Chandelure was also really powerful.
See, Chandelure, I one shot because I have a lot of dark types, you know.
Okay, I didn't have a lot of dark types. It was basically like I would hit it. It would have like half. Well, okay. Here's another thing. I feel like you're probably over leveled. If you're only using 6 Pokemon,
I don't think I am.
I would wager you were, because if you're
I don't
moving
think
your
I
team,
am, but
you're only training
did-
5 Pokemon.
No, I have 6. And at this time, I had 6 when I fought Mega Chandelure.
Okay.
I
have like
I
10.
had Mega Absol up on the field. Sword Stance, Night Slash. No, that Chandelure didn't like it. Just Mega, and it was like, look at me. Yeah.
Good point.
It
Good
didn't
point.
last
Good
long.
point. Good point. It goes down hard, but it hits hard. It's got like 165 attack. It's good.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Cornet Highlander. Mega Skarmory is insane. I actually just got it. I haven't even mega'd my Skarmory yet. I literally have a Skarmory, but I have not mega'd it yet.
Do you have the stone though?
I did. I just got it last night.
Oh, nice.
So that's awesome. But okay, let's tackle the let's tackle the backlash, the criticisms for Legends ZA. I feel like I can't go anywhere on the internet without seeing people talk and declare that Legends ZA is the worst Pokemon game of all time or whatever. Like,
It's just the craziest
I don't
ever.
understand it at all. I don't think anyone leaving those messages has played the game. I think if you've played the game, you will like it. I don't see how you can not like the game. If you like to smile, you'll like the game. If you have a dog, if you have like a child in your life, you'll like this game. Like I really do not understand how you can't look at. I don't understand how you can play this game with all of the whimsy, and it's just the game is beautiful. It's immersive. It's fun. I don't know what they're judging. I do not understand. I really do not understand.
I don't fully comprehend it either, and I'll say this, and zero disrespect if you dislike the game, that's totally valid.
Yeah,
that's your
that's fine.
opinion.
I don't understand it though.
It's interesting too because I'm seeing all these Pokemon content creators talk about how this is like one of, some of them are even going ahead and saying the best Pokemon game of all time, and so like, I don't know. It's my brain is kind of conditioned to think, and this is very toxic, but like my brain is kind of conditioned to think, well, all the Pokemon fans are seeing that this game is amazing. So like, what's with some of the haters, you know?
Yeah.
And to be clear, I don't think that hating the game doesn't make you a Pokemon fan. I'm just saying like it is weird that like there are these people who, you know, are such big fans that they've made it their livelihood, that they have created like a job around it, really, are loving this game. But then there's so many people just hating on it, you know?
So I think what's happening is like, I think, that you bring up a good point. It's totally fine to dislike this game or really any game. But I think most of the criticisms that I'm seeing over this last week, they're not criticisms. They're people complaining or repeating things that have been circulating over the last year and a half. And I don't think anyone's actually talking about the game. They're talking about the idea of the game that has been spread around the internet like memes. Like the game is out. We should talk about actually the game if you've played the game. And the people I feel like who are so, I don't know, I guess when I'm saying people, because again, if you don't like the game, that's fine. If you've played the game and you don't like it, that's fine. But all of my comments are, this game sucks. This game's ugly. This game is lazy. It's soulless. It runs like a GameCube game. And those are all factually incorrect statements. Like, if you look at a screenshot online, which is what we were doing for a year and a half, that's fine if you want to obsess over the windows. Soul. Just kidding. But like, when
I haven't mentioned the windows.
I know, because it doesn't register. When you're playing the game, you're looking at your Pokemon and you're just in love. You're like, Tepig's so cute. You know, like, you're just looking.
Yes and no, but yeah. Some people are more like looking at that. That's what what I've noticed from the whole thing is that it's just like there's so many. It's the whole Pokemon dilemma where there's so many different people that like Pokemon in one way or another. There's just millions of fans, and it's like some of those people have a PlayStation 5 and they play regularly PlayStation 5 games. If you go right now and you had a PlayStation 5 and you went and played a game, you'd be like, this is like real life. This is crazy. Like every time I do it, I'm like, this is crazy graphics. Like, what am I actually playing? Like, it feels insane.
Yeah.
Compared to this, then you go back to this and it's like, they probably get some kind of whiplash, right? And
yeah,
it doesn't bother me.
This is real.
Yeah. To me, it doesn't bother me, and I'm a Pokemon fan, right? So I love Pokemon a lot. Then there's another whole side to it, that there's these Pokemon fans that want Pokemon to be better or different or back to the old ways. It's like, I think someone on Twitter said it the best, and I don't remember who it was or anything. Yeah, but they said it the best, and they're just like, you know, maybe you've grown out of Pokemon. Like, maybe you don't like Pokemon games anymore.
Which is fine.
You know what I mean? Like, you literally don't like, because this does have so many Game Freak-like elements. Because I've said that this is not like a typical Pokemon game, and it's not. But there's things that Game Freak does in every single game.
Yeah.
And they've been doing it from the beginning of their time. And it's not going to change. I don't know what people are expecting that to change, or, you know what I mean? Like,
See, but
There's
I
just
think
things
they
that
have
do.
changed. I do think Game
They
Freak
no,
has
no, no,
changed.
they
This
have
game is
changed.
a massive step forward, something that probably
Right.
could have happened 6 years ago.
They
I
have
totally
changed,
agree.
but
That's not what I mean.
there's a soul there that's in every single Pokemon game.
It's not even that. I'm looking at it from like a video game point of view because so many people are actually. It's weird because it's like there's a group of people that haven't played it and they're just like in an echo chamber and just saying like we hate it because we hate it.
Yeah,
Then there's people that really
My favorite YouTuber said it sucks, so I hate it too. You know?
Yeah. Then there's people that actually have played it and really just kind of don't like it. And it's like I think that that's a big group of them actually, and I think they don't like that Game Freak keeps making the same kind of little things that they haven't liked, like having long tutorials or not being able to go into buildings. Like, they're like, we need this to happen so that this game can be like better. But that's just Game Freak, and it's not gonna change, guys. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe after people say it so much, like this backlash has been crazy. I was talking to Hybrid Hero last night, and he was like, bro, I've just put out a video and all I get is hate comments. Just hate comments. Anybody that says anything positive about this game is like been barraged with hate comments. Even the like meta score of it or whatever was like being a negative review bombed and all this stuff. Like,
but the critics think it's like people are saying it's like an 8, 9 out of 10. I'm like, that's great. Like, I agree. As someone who's played the game,
yeah,
I'm
those
like,
are like the outlets, but like the like what Soul's talking about is where anybody can review it, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But what I, yes, yeah, and I think user scores can be a good indicator of public perception, but I also think they can just be review bombed. I guess I wanted to push back a little bit. So like some of those things that you say like are like maybe criticisms. I didn't feel those things at all. I felt those things in Arceus.
Neither do I.
I felt those things in Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet's intro was like 3 hours long. This, there's like some dialogue. The game opens up, it's cinematic. Then there's some dialogue. Then you immediately get a Pokemon, and you're thrust into the adventure. And then in between all of these like dialogue points, which really are not that long, and also they are inherently interesting because it's not just like cookie cutter, like, you know, new region stuff. It's not bloated. In between every section of dialogue, there's actual gameplay where you can walk around the region. I do not think this intro, I was making jokes about this on my stream, like we're 2 hours into the game where like technically you could call it an intro, but I was able to capture Pokemon. I was able to like literally explore and see things around the area of Lumiose that I was in. I felt like I had agency in the game. And all I'm saying is like, even that specific criticism, or whatever you want to call it, that specific gripe that people have, I don't even think it's rooted in playing the game. Yeah, I don't think it is. Because
I agree with you
maybe
to an extent.
People have different opinions.
There's a certain group of people that is true about, but then there's another group of people. I watched a video. This guy, I don't know. I don't want to call people out. So like, I watched a video. I saw it on Twitter. And no, I mean, it's crazy. I watched this video because this video has 1.5 million views, and he's just completely bashing Pokemon Legends ZA, and he played the game. He played it, and he was just going hardcore on like everything that he hates about it. Yeah. And I watched it, and I'm like, this is one of the most ridiculous videos I've ever watched. Like 100%. Like I think he does it for like hate content, essentially, in my opinion. Okay. No shade, but you know, do whatever you want to do, but to me it feels that way. I could be wrong.
Hate sells, unfortunately.
Yeah,
you know?
but I watched it and I'm like, well, I mean, this is fueling people, one, but two, it's also like he played the game, like he genuinely doesn't like it, but it's like, bro, there's so many tweets that are like, just let people play the game and have fun if they want to. Like, you don't have to do this. You don't have to be like, this is the worst game ever. But it's like people that are like, it's like people that want Pokemon games to be better or different, that's the reason they're saying it. They're like, we love the franchise, so we want it to change like that. And I'm like, it's just a very weird time. It's a weird time to be a Pokemon fan. I think Sword and Shield did damage that we don't know. Like the whole Dexit and the tree, like that from then on, it just people were just down to do whatever. And then Scarlet and Violet happened, and that was like the pushing off the edge point or whatever, you know. I don't know.
Found it on the coffin.
Yeah, it's a crazy place to be right now with that.
I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. The like I said, I think people do hate sells. You know what I mean? If I post, if I make a tweet right now that says, it's unfortunately like the same way that drama works. Like you can drama farm, you can hate farm,
That's what it is.
Rage bait. All those things work because they work. Unfortunately, like if Dusty says, I really like this game, I'm like, yeah, me too. If you go, I really hate this game, there's more for me to say to that. Why do you hate this game? But it's so good. Did you not see this? You know what I mean? So I think that is a big part of it. But also, like you said, I think there's a big part where, maybe some people are falling out of Pokemon and are still
and that's
trying
fine.
to not. That is so fine. But
that is fine.
And also, to be honest,
but then don't speak for me it's like, this is actually what I want from a Pokemon game. So don't speak. I mean, I'm not, I'm saying it like I'm angry. I'm not actually angry, but like it is, I don't know. I'm just like, I just think everyone's speaking for each other and everyone's saying things that don't really, like, you don't believe it or you're not, it's like, I don't know. It's like, what if I walked into a grocery store and someone would picked up like a food item and I said, that's the worst thing in the world. And then they're like, oh, really? Why? Like, what's your experience with it? And I'd be like, I haven't had it yet, but I don't like it. That's literally what people are doing.
I do think people are doing that, but I'm trying to get to like, so this is like almost like a personal mission for me right now because I'm baffled. I'm absolutely baffled because you play this game and you're like, this is a good game. Like, what do you mean?
Dude, it's so like, good.
Yeah, and especially for a Pokemon fan that plays these games, you know what I mean? So like, there's the people that don't play it and they're saying that, and I have gotten some of the worst comments I've ever read, to be honest. Like I've read some comments now and I've been like, wow, that is so hateful and mean. And we're beyond like just criticizing the game. We're just like, you're this because of this. It's like so much hate. But I'm really like genuinely trying to understand the people that don't like it and that are so adamant to tell others that you shouldn't like it. Like, it's not that it's fine if you don't like it. Like, okay, don't like it. But like, why do you feel this burning urge to like literally say some really mean things?
Listen, I understand the hate for BDSP. I understand the hate for like, I even understand some of the frustration with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, right? Because it's like those things, those games that are attempting to do something different feel a little. BDSP feels soulless. Let's Go has a soul. Let's Go is nice, but it is like a backward step, or it feels like it's reductive, like it's removing so many of the things that we love in Pokemon games. This game removes things that we like about Pokemon games, but it adds so much, right? And I even think in certain categories, it exceeds the games that we do have. All this game has made me think is how much I want to like see Kanto in full 3D with action combat. How much I want to see like the Galar region in full 3D, right? With combat, right? With real-time combat. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, all this game has made me do is see a clearer vision for the future of Pokemon. This game has made me like actually feel like I'm in the Pokemon universe more than ever. And again, this is where I'm like, if you don't like the game, that's fine. I'm not upset if someone dislikes the game. There are things that I don't like that people like. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not talking about that. It's just the comments where I'm like, you haven't played the game, or you're like or you're just repeating an opinion that was formed a year ago before the game was even out. But the game's out now, and if you play it, like, look at how jolly my ice cream cone is. Like, I've got Vanillux right here.
It's a happy boy.
And this guy slipped onto my team, and he's pretty powerful, and he's kind of simple.
He slipped.
But he's like, he's just smiling. Like, this is, I don't know, man.
He's just cheesing.
I don't know, man. And Soul is our resident, like, like edgy, dark and edgy guy. And he loves
I have my
game.
complaints too. I do love it, but I have my complaints too, for sure.
Me too.
You can criticize.
That's
you
good.
can totally criticize.
That's good.
For Alligator.
Lumi, if you post those online, I'll show them.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, okay.
Criticism is not hate. Like, you can criticize and be like, oh, I wish they'd done this.
Absolutely.
I wish they'd done this better. There is a line that you cross, that you pass, and you're like, well, I'm being too overly negative, but I don't know. People might not know how to do that, and it's fine if they don't. But I also want to say, like, there's a mix of also like the Pow World gang in this. Like, the whole dynamic of
You're right.
Scarlet and Violet coming out and then Power World coming after it. That and it doing well, like it boosted these people to be like, this is so much better. And I've seen Power World comments like nonstop as well. So they're in there too. It's just like this big mosh pit of,
you're right.
of craziness.
There's like there's like a motive. Like people are like they're what
It's
would
our
you
time.
call? Yeah, there's people, there's like an objective or like a I don't know. I do feel like the people are trying to be combative. Like they have a mission statement. What am I trying to think? They've got a
Cause? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's
Something
people
like that.
who are like it's like a political movement or stance to be like anti-Pokemon.
Yeah.
I really think it's you
That
can
is
just
what it
boil
feels
it
like.
down to that. It's like no one is critically thinking. They just think it's fun to dog on this, and I'm like, come on, guys. I'm like, they did something good. Celebrate it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think I think that like Soul, you kind of, in my opinion, you kind of nailed it earlier when you said like it's almost like it started with Sword and Shield with, and I don't even think it was Dexit specifically, but I think it was, and I'll even like clown on Game Freak for this because it was stupid saying that Dexit was done for high quality animations, and there's
they
some
should have
people
never
for the
said
record
that.
who will try to backtrack and say Game Freak never said that. They absolutely said that. And the high quality animations in Sword and Shield were just not there. So that was not a good excuse. And then I think you couple that with Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, you know, not really living up to its potential either, and there being all kinds of problems with that. Some people thought that Legends Arceus was really ugly as well. I'm not in that camp, but some people did think that. And then Scarlet and Violet obviously had a bunch of issues as well. And so I think just what's happened is that has made the fact that those games worked has made some people, we've said this before, when you're the greatest sign of your success is people hating on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can see it with anybody, right? Like you see every once in a while, you know, someone tries to say like, you know, Mr. Beast is an evil human being, and you know, sometimes I think there are fair criticisms, but sometimes there's just people who are like, but sometimes there are people who are just like, I just don't like him.
Yeah.
And it's like, why though, you know? And so I think with Pokemon, the fact that they are so successful, when totally 100% valid, they did screw up with Scarlet and Violet. They did screw up with Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. They even did screw up with Sword and Shield at the very least of their explanation of why they were removing things. It wasn't good. And so I think you have people who are just so livid that they are successful despite having done these things that now they're blind hating. So now even though they're giving us these things, even though they are giving us better graphics, even though they are giving us things like a different take on the Pokemon story, real-time battling systems, they're giving us those things. The issue is people are still so stuck in that just blind hating mindset that they can't acknowledge this is closer to what I want. No, instead they're still on the Sword and Shield was awful, this was awful, this was awful, this is also successful, so this is also awful. You know, and it's sad. It really is sad.
I agree with you so much. I just don't understand how. I think maybe it's just because there's a younger generation. I say that, but then it's a lot of older people that are saying these things too, where it's like maybe they just don't remember.
I don't think it's an age thing.
Yeah, maybe they just don't remember or something, but Game Freak has always been this way. Like it's not different. I don't know. Like they've always been around the same kind of caliber.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
I don't know if it's a game. I think that maybe that's the wrong like prescription. I don't know if it's a Game Freak thing. I mean, maybe. I guess I just wanted to bring something up. My buddy Level 99 Pidgey in the chat, who I do need to jump on a group call with soon, with my two. These are like my two like local Pokemon IRL friends. I gotta jump on a call with you guys because we haven't even talked about Pokemon yet. But he says Palworld doesn't have Charizard and Marowak and never will. Pokemon wins, and I think at a larger scale, the way I'm thinking about this comment is that like. The point of a Pokemon game, like the strength, it is these Pokemon. It's these collectibles. It is all these little promises that we love about a Pokemon game. And I'm like, sure, you can compare it to Assassin's Creed, or I don't even know what the latest great game is. That is, I'm aging myself. I just don't even know what the latest and greatest is. You can compare it to that, but it's not the same thing. It's not the same genre. Like, Sure.
real.
Like, sure, you pick up a PS5, 6, or whatever game. You pick, literally, I'm aging myself today. Is there a PS6? There's a PS6, isn't
No,
there?
it's PS5.
No.
PS5.
There's one on the horizon, apparently.
That's maybe I think I saw something that was like, that was a, it's in works or something.
Yeah.
But you can pick up like a whatever. You can pick up a PS5 game, and sure, it might look nicer. It probably plays nicer. Maybe there's like more interesting storylines, but all of those things, like, I don't know. I even had a friend message me yesterday, and he sent me like it was like AI realistic. It was like a Geodude and Charmeleon, but there was like AI realistic. And he was like, he's like, Pokemon could be so cool. And I'm like, that doesn't look cool to me at all. That looks freaky and weird.
Crazy.
Like, I don't think realistic Pokemon would ever be good. I don't want that. So I just think it's apples and oranges. And if you don't like this, that's fine. But this, like, yeah, who said it? I think it was Sky King said it. I was looking for the word agenda. Everyone's just got this agenda. Like, they're literally, they've formed an idea in their mind that Pokemon's bad and it should be taken down and it's evil and it's stupid and it's a disgrace. And it's just like, listen, get out of the comments. If you don't like it, fine. But go away. Like, I'm enjoying it. So don't tell me that I'm not enjoying it, because I'm the one playing it. That's all. Right. That's all I want to say.
And that's, no, but
again,
I mean, that's
if
true.
you don't like it, fine. But if you didn't play it, shut up. If you didn't play it,
Definitely if you didn't
I don't know.
play it.
If you pick it up,
Definitely didn't play it.
If you pick it up, I promise you, this is like the best Pokemon game. Period.
Yes,
it's so
see,
good.
That's the thing, though.
It's so like, good, dude. It's so good.
It is also about being up, and I don't want to say Pokemon fan, because Pokemon fan is like such a broad term. Like, you can be a fan of Pokemon and not play the games. I totally think.
Yes.
That's
okay.
thing.
That's fair. That's fair.
But
maybe I'm
like,
getting a little too heated.
It's also like, I kind of lost my train of thought, but I lost it.
Sorry.
Dang. It's all good.
It was definitely going somewhere good.
It was, actually. I sent the AI video thing, the one tweet that somebody brought up. I don't know if you want to look at it, but I sent it in our chat right here, where somebody was comparing an AI version, and it's like, this looks so bad.
And you know what? I shouldn't tell anyone to shut up. I'm just kind of like, I'm feeling bad about that statement. All I'm trying to say is,
we're live,
like,
people.
Yeah, sorry, we're live. It's like, I guess I'm just trying to say, like, just if you don't like it, fine. If you haven't played it, maybe don't be so vocal. If you don't like what you've seen in the game, again, that's fine. You don't need to choose to buy it. But if you haven't played it, come on. And if you have played it and you dislike it, tell me what you dislike about it. But like, to say that it's soulless or it performs worse than like GameCube graphics, it's a game out of the 80s. I'm like, what are we talking about? You obviously didn't play the game. It's insane. Insane.
I mean, I'd even take that a little further and just go.
Okay, let's go back.
If you have enjoyed it, or if you have played it and you didn't like it, if you haven't played it and you didn't like it, regardless, I don't think that there's any need when, there are people on Twitter saying this is the best Pokemon game of all time. I don't think you need to get on there and like tell them like, no, it's not, and here's why, and you're, like people go, you're a shill and all this for liking this. It's just not needed, like let them enjoy it. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
Loving this. I'm
just like it. So many of y'all are saying, like Soul said, you're enjoying Power World, you're enjoying this. I haven't played Power World. I don't have an interest in Power World. I'm not gonna tell you don't play Power World. You shouldn't have an interest in Power World.
Right. So real.
I don't care. That's awesome that you're enjoying something. Guess what? It's also awesome that I'm enjoying something. So how about we both agree to disagree and move on?
Yeah, for real. I do want to mention also that people say it's just on Twitter, but it's not. It's like everywhere.
Dude,
like,
it's in all my
YouTube,
comments.
Yeah, in comments everywhere.
We're seeing it in the comments right now.
I just want to say I'm proud of my comment section then on my channel because and I haven't seen a lot of negativity, and instead I will say I've seen a lot of people like say I love that I found a little space where it's positive, and so I'm like, okay, cool. You
know what? All right, you know what? Let's do this. We just bashed on everyone who said anything. Listen, we are shills, and we just bashed on everyone who said
absolutely
don't say anything about this game. So let's do this. Let's spend 5-10 minutes talking about everything we dislike about this game.
Let's go.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Go on, Soul. Tell me.
I like to criticize, to be honest. Like I always say that I miss my
criticism's healthy.
I miss my calling, right? I miss my calling that I should have been like a film critic or something because I really like it. And in the end, that's kind of what I'm doing on this show a lot of times, where I'm just like I'm doing the game critic thing, but I'm not a professional. But
So what do you dislike about this game? Because I and again, I guess maybe like a better way to frame this is I don't. These aren't things
is the
that
game good? Is the game good?
Is the game good? These aren't. I guess a lot of my. I'll call them complaints because they're things that, like, personally as a fan, I would like to see more of, but I don't think that detracts from the game, right? Like if I want to say, oh, I wish this was entirely the entire game of Kalos, like you could say that, but that's not what it is. So you're not really criticizing the game because the game is like a standalone piece of art.
I see
right?
what you mean. Yes,
but
for sure.
but there's things that I definitely want more of. Honestly, there's things I want more of. But maybe that's a different. So, like criticizing this game as is, let's go for it.
Well, building off of what you just said, where you said, like the entirety of Kalos, I don't think it has to be the entirety.
He froze. He doesn't think it needs to be the entirety of Kalos.
What else? I don't know if it was just me, but he's gone. He's probably going to be back in a minute.
It doesn't. Lumi? Yeah. So, Soul, tell me what your criticisms are.
Yeah. I definitely have a list. I mean, I would go like section by section, to be honest. But
what's on the tip of your tongue? What's in your gut? Like, what's the thing that's actually grinding your gears? Because
I mean, nothing is totally grinding my gears because I do think this is a good game. That's the thing. I do think it's pretty good. I think that the battle system is not there yet. That's my biggest thing, I think. Like, because I was so excited about the battle system, but I really think that there's some issues with it. That if they just tweak things a little bit here or there, it'd be really pristine. Like, it'd be good. But the thing is, that's another Game Freak thing where it's like the next game they might move on from this and not ever like not ever, but ever like revisit this exact kind of battle system. So I'm like, can we just tweak this and make it better? Yeah, maybe that would be great. The issues I have with it are just like your trainer does not need to be involved. I'm sitting there looking at the screen and I'm like, I'm watching the two Pokemon do battle and my trainer's just kind of in the way. Like, interesting. I'm just like, move out of the way, bro. You're in the battle. Like, you're in it. A lot of times I forget that he's standing there, and if he dies, like, I'm dead. So like, it's not the best with that whole thing. There's also like, there's some kind of like gap between turn-based, the classic turn-based, and this, where it's like it feels very similar actually, but
it does.
At the same time, you're like, I can't do the same thing. Like I don't have enough time to like think about what I'm doing. I'm just basically button mashing the moves that I have, and that makes it feel like not so good to me.
Sure.
I think and that is real. I feel like that's something that I've had to adapt to. I like that you brought up the trainer aspect because I think thematically it does make sense. I actually appreciate it. Like, it's interesting to me that they did go the route of not having you control your Pokemon directly like the Synchro Machine, which is kind of what we all imagined. Like, what I've said is, like, the old Pokemon games, like, you have a trainer, but, like, the trainer is just, like, an empty vessel for an excuse or, like, a device to just capture Pokemon. But, like, the trainer doesn't matter. And I think in the Legends series, this started in Arceus, but now in this game, your trainer can die. Your whole team can faint, and you still can run away. That's still in this game. And so even in the battles, your trainer is an actual character. Your trainer is like an actual, it's like a meaningful, I don't know, like object. It's like, it's part of the game. Your trainer actually matters. It's not just your Pokemon. And I also think, again, like I was going to say, like thematically, the whole thing with Mega Evolution is that you need a bond between your Pokemon and the trainer. That's what all the NPCs say. That's what everyone says. So I think it is interesting that they went in that direction rather than just... And I think it also separates this type of action combat from a game like Pokken Tournament, right? Where you're literally controlling the Pokemon.
That's like fighting.
Yeah. So that's how I'm just saying that's how I justify it. Like I think it is interesting, and I've had to learn, is all I'm saying. Like I have had to adapt to that, but it is,
It's not, my issue isn't that the trainer's there or the reasoning or anything like that. It's actually just how it's executed is what I'm saying. Like I think the trainer should be there 100% and all that. And it's just, and I actually like the concept of like you having to think about two things, your trainer like getting knocked out and your Pokemon getting knocked out. That's cool. It's just the placement feels weird of the trainer. Like, I don't know, you can go very far away and the Pokemon are still doing things, but you can't see. And I don't know. It's an odd way for me. I think they can do better. That's basically it.
Sure.
So like, there's different ways that it could be better with the trainer.
I think part of it is,
to me feels like Legends Arceus's battle system kind of did. Not that it's similar, but that it's just like almost there. It's like there's just a little more that they could put into it to make it really good. Instead, it's just like kind of mediocre to me, which is
I think what I've noticed is if I don't move my character, if I don't move the trainer character, then this game literally becomes a turn-based game because you're just both Pokemon stand and you both fire off attacks.
Mm-hmm. And
so,
they get hit. Like one gets hit, the other one gets hit. You can't do anything. They just get hit, and whoever gets there first that's it. You know.
And our friend AJ's in the chat right now. And I was just on his podcast, which I think he's putting out. I think that's coming out either today or maybe on Monday. I actually don't know. But
correct him if you're still here, AJ. And
please, for the love of God, correct me. But for like 2.5 hours, we talked about the battle system, and what was I gonna say? One of the things that he made me realize is that this battle system in ZA is literally, he was like, this is generation 1. Like, this is the first iteration on this battle system. We could literally have, like, I mean, abilities is the first thing they could add. We don't even have abilities in this game, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, for generation 2, there could be abilities. There could be a new thing. There could be, I don't know. They could just like build on this so much. I just think there's so much potential. So I'm.
Oh, there's definitely potential.
And
don't get me wrong.
And I
totally agree.
I also just think this is great. I don't know. I guess.
I mean,
I'm just defending. I'm
rebuttaling
your
criticize, though, is it not?
Yeah, but I don't agree with the. I don't agree with the criticism. I think it's a skill issue. I think I had an issue with this, and I was feeling the same way. I was looking and I'm like, I don't know if I want this battle system applied to other Pokemon games. That's how I was thinking for the first like 10, 20 hours. I was like, I like this, but I don't really know. The battles go by quickly. I'm not really processing what's going on. They don't feel that impactful. They go by too quickly. So like all the momentum or all the suspense is kind of lost. And then I was talking to Jake about this, and I'm like, I don't know, man, I don't like this. And then he was like, so maybe he's like, how'd you feel about the Rogue Mega Battles? And I was like, oh, the Rogue Mega Battles are sick because they last for like 5-10 minutes, and they do fulfill my suspense, right? It's like you lead up to it. You're a little bit nervous, and it's this long, drawn-out thing. And then I realized, I'm like, oh, I guess they could just make, in future Pokemon games, we have this real-time battle system, but maybe the gym battles are maybe drawn out. Maybe a gym leader has 3 Pokemon, but they are... Or maybe just, like, the gym leader has whatever Pokemon they have, but they're harder to, like... Maybe they function more like the Rogue Mega Battles, where it's like they're a lot beefier, so you can just kind of keep button mashing in order to like get their Pokemon knocked out. And then I thought about that, and I was like, okay, I could get on board with that in future games, because I do like the, you know, we throw around the word like chess, right? I'm like, I do like the thinking, the suspense of every single move being like a very, you know, calculated decision against, you know, Trainer Red. Like that's what I imagine. And I do think some of that is lost with the battle system. I do think some of that's lost.
That's true, but it's
replaced with something else.
Yeah, that is this system, right? I feel like if you watch my first reaction to the battle system, I was like, I love this. Like, because I do love it. I actually love how it works, like the idea behind it all. But I just really genuinely think that, I mean, AJ said it was like Gen 1, right? So I just feel like it can be better. It can be so much better. Like this iteration of it it's not everything I had hoped for, let's say. So like, you know, and I'm trying to look at it objectively too. I'm looking at how it functions. You know, I really, really like the online battle system. Like you can't run, so it makes you move like a little slower, and everything's like, you know, it feels almost like Overwatch for a little bit. I love that. It's a whole nother topic a bit, but it's still the same battle system, right? It's more so just like having just a minute to like pick your moves, or you know, other things getting in the way. Like it's super.
Sure. So you just wish it would slow down a little.
Maybe, I don't know.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think that's something I felt, and I think that's totally fair. That's totally fair. What about you,
It's
Lumi?
just-
What were you gonna say, Lumi?
Well, I was gonna say, but the ninjas tried to silence me. It seems. The Nintendo ninjas.
Yeah.
We can't speak ill of this game.
Be careful.
They were like, you said that you were supposed to be a shill, so
Be careful.
You're gone.
But so on the subject of like it being set with entirely within a city, it hasn't bothered me too much, and I am a person who goes like who does think I want to see off Kalos. This is my favorite region. That's a bit of a bummer, but I will say one area where I think just it actually like where I really can be critical about it is that I think the wild zones are a little lackluster, if I'm honest. Some
Just a
more
little.
than
Yeah,
others, but
that's
like
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I don't know. It'd be a lot cooler to have a savannah area where I'm seeing wild pyros rather than them sitting around a pyro statue in the middle of a plaza. And again, it's not like something that I'm like, well, this game sucks because of it. But
Yeah.
I am thinking, if they could have even just incorporated the areas around Lumiose, like the Lumiose Badlands where the power plant is, the like route above that's kind of swampy where you find Gumi and there's a playground, the topiary gardens below it,
haven't even
and
seen
then
that.
the like fishing routes. These are all like in X and Y is what I'm saying. The
Oh,
areas
sure.
outside of Lumiose. If they
Yeah,
had
and
just
brought those
incorporated
into the game.
areas. Yeah, like that would have been really cool. Like seeing Pyroar sitting there in the Lumiose Badlands, that would have gone a lot harder than like in the middle of a city. You know
And they
what I
could have
mean?
justified it. They could have been like, like if Jets control, like if Quasartico is creating these, they could have said like, well, we're creating these wild zones for Pokemon, but also we're trying to, we're gonna adapt each of these biomes to be a little bit more specific to these particular habitats. So you have, like you're saying, well, this one we made in reference to this, this marsh where you would normally find Gumi, or we made this one a little bit more like a savanna. Like there are ways you could do that in game to make that I guess it answers the yearning for a different environment, which I guess I don't care too much about, but I do see how that would be kind of fun. I guess my issue with the wild area or with the wild zones is that they don't feel big enough. Like I do feel like I thought they were going to be a little bit more like just a little bit more expansive. I guess I don't know what I'm really expecting, but that is something where I'm like, I get a new area and I end up catching every Pokemon within it in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think Lumi froze. But I agree.
Oh, he
I
froze
totally
again,
agree
okay.
with you. Yeah, he said he's having computer issues, but I do agree with you a lot about the size of them. I also agreed with Lumi's point like a lot. I feel like the whole plot device was for them to be bringing Pokemon into the city, like trying to make them coexist. So they made these wild zones, but like they're not even like good parks. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you go to a real city and you go to a park, like it's just park. There's not like all these things in it. Sometimes there's like one, sculpture or something.
Yeah.
Like it's not. There's not enough wilderness in them to me. Like it's still concrete vibes, and in Pokemon even more so. Like what you were saying with the Savannah, or like an icy. There's like one icy one, and it's like barely anything. You know what I mean? It's like oh man. So I really think that could have been better. I mean, that is one of the biggest complaints about this game. Like so, normal complaints. I mean, I have the same normal complaints as most people. I just don't hate the game because of them. You know what I mean?
What are the complaints?
Not like the normal complaints are like you really can't go in many buildings. The buildings do really look like if you're looking at this picture with Drampa and you look at those buildings, they really look bad. It's like they are boxy, they are square, they are like flat.
I promise
all of that is bad.
That still hurts to hear because I gotta be honest with you. Like I took this picture last night.
Yeah.
All I was paying attention to is, and I didn't even notice this, but you could see an outline.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on there.
Well, I'm on a dock, and there's a boat, and there's water, and there's like I was looking at all the other details that were really like nice and vibey, and I swear to God, I did not once think, oh, these windows look bad. I promise you, I'm not shilling. I just literally didn't think about it. And you bring it up.
Shots.
I don't think this looks bad though. I really don't think this. It does. I don't know. That's still the window thing.
They're more in the background here, so but I do see what he's saying.
I know, but I'm saying
no,
like,
but like when I'm
criticisms.
But when I'm playing the game, it's raining. Yeah. There's like stuff going on. it's moving a little bit. Like, I'm not once thinking about, I don't know. That's just crazy that I still just don't get the window thing.
The still shots are bad. That's what I have to say. Like, when you're actually playing the game.
But that's not the game.
Yeah, when you're
the still shots are not the game.
Yeah, because you're playing. It's moving.
They're not the game.
There are some streets I've gone down and I've just stood still and I've been like, yeah, this looks like trash. Like, literally, I've been like, man, this is a bad look.
I haven't thought about it once.
But it's not. I'm a Pokemon fan. Like, we're used to not so good graphics all the time. Like, that's like a famous thing. It's like, you know, we don't play it for the graphics. We don't play it for the story. You know, like, those are things that Pokemon fans used to say, at least. Now,
actually, hot take. I actually played
minds.
Sword and Shield not despite the tree, but for the tree.
Yeah, that's good.
that was what convinced me to get the game. I was like,
it's about fun, right? It's about fun. It's not about all of that. So I am that fan still. Like, I do, but I can also recognize that this does not look good for a 2025 game. Like, that's another thing that's normal. But
I totally
people
disagree.
are hating.
I totally disagree.
People are hating like Nintendo in general as well with that kind of stuff. Like, it's just how Nintendo's always been. Even like Nintendo has always been like it's literally not the one that's doing what PS5 and Xbox are doing. That's a whole other thing in the mosh pit that we can add in there. All of the bros that like that stuff more than Nintendo is a huge part of all the hate as well.
This game is just so joyful. The window talk just breaks my brain. I'm like, why are we still talking about this? The game's out. Like, when I have it in my hands, I literally never think about the windows until I come onto this podcast, and then it's brought up, and I'm like, what? I haven't thought about this in 7 days. How are we talking about the windows?
If we get away from the windows, the city itself just doesn't look good. Like, it's because it's Lumiose. I really think it's because it's Lumiose City. Like, when I go to look at even the anime's interpretation of Lumiose City, I'm like, this is like Soviet Union Lumiose City. Like, it's not freaking Paris. It's like very cold and not detailed or beautiful. And it's the weirdest thing because it's like the complete opposite. And so setting it in literal Lumiose City, the version that's in X and Y essentially, is not great. Like, it's not a good look essentially.
You would have preferred a whole game set in Motostoke.
I mean, even Motostoke is better looking.
Yeah,
like, has some color
to it. Sure.
Yeah, it's got some color and some vibes to it. Like, yeah, I don't know. They get the Paris like cafes right. You know what I mean? Like, that's about it.
Weird side tangent. A game set in a far future, steampunk future, entirely within a giant Motostoke could actually be kind of fun.
What's funny is I was been planning to like repost Cardinal's original like artwork of like what he thought a Lumiose City in the future was going to look like cyberpunk looking.
Yeah.
I would have really liked that. I would have really liked a cyberpunk looking city. But see, Motostoke isn't that great either, but it still has like that steampunk vibe to it that they could lean into more, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, these are not like my general like grievances. Like it's just.
Well, then what
overall.
are your general grievances?
No, well, I mean, I don't have too many. I like the game.
Okay, all right.
I just think, I think it's a good game. I think it looks all right. It looks good enough for a Pokemon game, you know, and it's fun.
I just found this.
That's really it.
I just found this picture of Motostoke that's recreated in Minecraft, and I'm like, I think this is what people think the graphics like when people are complaining about Pokemon games. I think this is what they're seeing. These like blocky, like they literally think it's like pixelated like this because it's Minecraft. I think this is what people are seeing versus what I'm seeing, which is not this. Hilarious.
I do also have an personal issue with like it looking so similar in so many places. Like the whole thing looks all the same. When I'm on the roof,
I get
tops,
you.
I'm like, I do not know where I am. This is all the same roof, like the same roof throughout the whole map. So that one bugs me. But
yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. I think too, like something with criticisms is that, and this goes beyond Pokemon. This is like just in general. Like you'll see it in the movie industry. You know, people will be critiquing, I don't know, a Spider-Man movie the same way they're critiquing like an Oscar-winning movie, right? Yeah. And it's kind of like, okay, but that's not what the Spider-Man movie is striving to do. So I actually feel like it's an unfair like way to measure it. Yeah. You should be measuring these things based on what that thing is, right?
Bro,
And
that's true. That's a good
Pokemon,
point.
you shouldn't be comparing Pokemon to, I don't know, some PS5 game, because Pokemon's not trying to be a PS5 game. I shouldn't be comparing, Frozen to Titanic, because Disney's not trying to make Frozen Titanic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, just hand clap for that one, because that's real. That's what I was saying earlier that I lost my train of thought. That's literally what I was going to say, is people are judging this not based on it being a Pokemon game. Like, this is a great Pokemon game. Like, it's what every Pokemon game has kind of been, but it does so many things right and newer and different. And it's like, okay, that's a good Pokemon game.
I think
so it's like what you said too.
I think it's
where
so
it's like,
different from every other Pokemon game. That's my position.
It changes a lot.
It does
but
change a lot. Yeah,
It's still
Everything feels
trying
fresh.
to be a Pokemon game. Yeah.
I mean, but it's still like there's still a lot of core aspects of the series that are very much there, in the sense that you have a team of 6. You are catching and evolving Pokemon. You are battling. Now the battle system's different, but that still core aspect of battling and catching is there. You will have 4 moves. There are still core functions there, and so I think it kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier, Soul, where again, the fact that there are people kind of critiquing Pokemon on the same level as these PS5 games, when it's not meant to be that, it's just another point towards what you were saying on I think just maybe these people don't like Pokemon or don't like Pokemon anymore, and that is totally okay,
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm looking at some of the comments right now, and it's not that. So some of the comments are kind of addressing that, maybe we're just gaslighting ourselves into just accepting whatever the heck is happening. My point for all of this is yes, a lot of Pokemon games underbaked, half-baked, not funded well enough, right? And the product, I end up enjoying the product because of just kind of despite the quality of the game, because it has Pokemon and because it is in this world. And I do think Game Freak is always in their bag when it comes to the world building and the humans, the human character designs, the Pokemon designs, all of that stuff. I think they are excellent at. We want to use Game Freak, Game Freak's just being Game Freak, as if that's an excuse or whatever. It's like our embarrassing uncle, right? Who's just has to be at the party. But Game Freak always cooks with those things, or you would not be watching this podcast, and we wouldn't be making this podcast, because that's the stuff that we actually love about Pokemon in the franchise. The game, however, the quality of the game, of most Pokemon games, are underbaked. And a lot of people have been saying for a long time that it needs to catch up with I don't care about the graphics, but just catch up with basically the modern appetite for what a video game should be. And I think if you play this game, it actually is really, really successful at the things it's trying to do. The battle system is so cool, and I think a wonderful answer to everyone who's wanted Pokemon battles to be action. I've had so many people reach out to me, I said this last week, who have said this feels like a fulfillment of what I imagine Pokemon games, Pokemon battles are like in the anime. I feel like I'm the main character in the anime, right? That's so cool for all of those people who want an action game or who like things that are a little bit more fast-paced. And for me, someone who is a little bit I'm on the cozy game spectrum, I'm having so much fun capturing a Pokemon and then taking pictures with my Pokemon, which sounds stupid, but I'm I'm here for the creatures. I don't care about shooting zombies. I don't care about
100%.
that. I don't care about that. I'm trying to vibe with my Pokemon. I'm trying to do farming sim shit. That's what I'm trying to do, right? So that's where my frustration comes from. And I guess I just I'm not trying to make an excuse. I'm not making an excuse for Game Freak. I don't think it's fair or even accurate to say that Game Freak is attempting to make a bad game. They're attempting to make a Pokemon game that appeals to specific types of people, right? Like Lumi was saying, they are attempting to do that, and they're good at a lot of those things, but they also have restrictions, right? This is not just a piece of art, but it is also a product that it gets rushed out. I totally acknowledge all of that. What I'm saying, my position on this game is that it is so much fun and I'm having a blast, and I think it's really successful at those things that it's trying to accomplish. And to me, coming off of the backs of Scarlet and Violet, coming off of the back of BDSP, coming off the backs of Sword and Shield, right? All of these console games, right, over the last 7-8 years of console Pokemon games that have felt like HD 3DS games. This is the first Pokemon game where I actually feel like we're in the future. Like, and I want to praise this game for that. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with this.
I think that's the thing too, is like, if you are upset with like I saw people mentioning the budget of Pokemon games, which was kind of leaked from the Terra leak, if I'm not mistaken. If you're upset with the budget, if you're upset with the amount of time that they take developing these games, those are all fair criticisms, but I think that's more of a company criticism than it is a product criticism, and it's a very valid company criticism. But I'm saying, like, so Legends ZA was made in, 3 years? We're thinking 3-4 years, probably 3. 3 years, and on a budget. Can
I stop your thought just really quick? I just want to say, like, I think you can feel some things about this being a Johto canceled project. Like, it wasn't meant to be this originally, and then they just swapped. So I don't know how long this actual game has been in development. You know what I mean? Like, it was Johto for a while, and then they changed it. So there's also that. Yeah. And while I'm here, I also want to say that the price thing, the budget thing, is people take the Terra Leak stuff as absolute gospel, and it's not. You don't know what happened in between. You saw that
it's a proposed budget.
Yeah, you also see that one line, like, and that's it. And it was badly reported on as well, and there was a lot of misinformation about the whole budget thing. And anyway, continue, please, because I just want to say that it can't be like just people take all this stuff so literally.
The Terra Leak is not. Yeah, you're right. It's not gospel, and that also means, like, the Johto proposed game, the Legends Johto game that was proposed. Yeah,
we don't know how far in development.
It literally could have just been a proposal. Like, it might not be anything.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. While I'm playing this game, I feel like oh, they switched. That's why this is kind of underbaked sometimes.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about it.
Either way, like, I think though that like, if those are your criticisms, then I think those are valid criticisms. But, like, more of a company criticism. Like, I will say, if hypothetically, like you said, Soul, we shouldn't take that as gospel, but if those are the actual budgets, I don't know much about video game budgets, but everybody's saying those are pretty low. So if those are pretty low, then yes, let's raise those budgets, and I will critique Game Freak on that. But instead, I'm just thinking, okay, Legends ZA is a game that was developed in 3 years possibly, and on a budget of whatever. So I'm going to critique Legends ZA based off that, and then separately critique the company for doing their projects like that, you know? And another thing too is
that's what they had to work with.
Right. You know what I mean? It's also, it's not 100% a Game Freak call too. There's multiple factions, right? You know, you have Game Freak, you have the Pokemon Company, you have
factions.
Nintendo.
I don't know if they're
and
factions.
There are
factions.
Factions is like a fantasy term for like a clan.
Yeah.
But multiple groups involved then.
Yeah.
And Nintendo, Game Freak, the Pokemon Company, and the thing is too, you have to like factor in, Nintendo is also going to be expecting some kind of big game each year, usually around the holidays, whether that's, you know, something that they're working on their own, like a new Legend of Zelda game or a Mario game, or, you know, they're relying on Game Freak to put out a Pokemon game. That's, you know, a factor into this. But also, too, there's multiple things that are kind of pushing Game Freak to this development schedule outside of the video games. Especially right now where we have an anime that seems to be limited to a generation. When you have marketing that seems to be limited to a generation, you have competitive circuits. And I'm not just talking about the video game competitive circuit, but the TCG circuits, the Unite, the Go circuits. All these things, they can't run forever. You know what I mean? Like, Legend of Zelda doesn't have those things. There is no Legend of Zelda anime. There is no Legend of Zelda competitive circuit. And so those are things that are factored into why they have to make these things last so long. And again, if you don't like that, you know, that's a valid criticism of the way things are being done. But I don't think it's as easy as going like, oh, they want the video game money. I do think there's other things that they're having to consider and push. and the video games just unfortunately are the axis on which their world is turning.
Yeah. I guess
that makes sense.
I guess the other thing I want to bring up is like, I get it. This game with DLC, you know, I did a lot of talking before the game came out, but this game with DLC is $100. That is a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
That is one of the biggest.
That is a lot of money.
people
I think I definitely overlooked that. I overlooked that, and I apologize because I said it earlier. As soon as I actually had to go to the counter to buy the game, I was like, $70? What do you mean? And then I'm like, and then I got the DLC, and I was like, okay, that's 100. That's 100 bones. That's a lot of money. So I totally get it. If this game, listen, again, my only complaint is don't complain or whatever. Tell me what I want for a Pokemon game. If you haven't played the game yet, I don't know. It just seems silly. This is not a standard game. This is not a standard Pokemon game. It's not a standard Pokemon game. So I don't think you really understand what the game is until you play it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And if you don't want it, that's fine. That's all I'm saying. It's fine.
Wait until the DLC comes out. Like, that's going to be a whole nother thing that people
I also
are
think
just
too,
riot about, bro, because it's going to be literally Lumiose City, like the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
you know,
it's
I
just
wonder,
gonna be wild.
You know, we always say Pokemon designs are so good, right? And they are. But, like, how much do you think it actually costs to develop a new Pokemon design? Like 100,000?
Nah.
Because you got to hire, you have to
no idea.
multiple art. You're paying
100,000 per design. You think? That's
I
a
mean,
lot.
yeah, maybe. Like you have multiple artists. I mean, someone's salary could be 100K. I have no
I don't
idea.
know, because like that's $1 million right there for like
I know
100 Pokemon decks.
I know. So when we complain about like, oh, DLC, all they did is give us 5 new designs. Is that $500,000? Is that $1 million? Like, I don't know.
No, I think they get paid like just to be designers. It's probably not per design. It's just like, this is your job. I think that's probably.
They,
yeah, because I think
they pay
like,
per
'cause, like,
design,
the thing
not
is,
design. Not okay.
Yeah, so like the thing is, like, if hypothetically the three of us are designers, we would come to the table with, let's say each of us are like, well, I've designed 50, you've designed 50, and Soul's designed 50.
Sure.
And then what they'll do is they'll go, okay, well, Dusty, we actually love these 16. We're gonna take these 16. Soul, we love these 22. We're gonna take 22. Lumi, we like these 4. We're gonna take your 4, and like we're all kind of paid because we all did we're all paid as designers.
Still did the work, yeah.
But it's like, and this is speculation. I want to be very clear.
Yeah.
But like
Just,
we still did all the work.
I had never thought about this.
But it's just a thing of like, there's some people, their designs get finalized a little quicker. Like we've seen, Scraggy was a design for Gen 3 and got scrapped and shelved for until Gen 5. So that's definitely gonna kind of play a little role.
But if there's like 20 designers in house, and they design a bunch of different things, right? Because that's probably what it is. They probably have internal people. Yeah. They're not just freelance hiring people. Let's say they have 20 designers in house.
Yes and no. There are some freelance ones.
So let's say they have 20. Let's say just 20 people. It's easy. 20 people in house, and they're working on a variety. Maybe 10 of them are doing this, 5 of them are doing this, a couple of them are doing these random things. You got the director above them. They get their instructions. They're just designing stuff. They come to the table, and this is like within like let's say a 3-year period, right? 3 years of a salary, let's say 100K each person. That's what, $2 million, but times 3. So that's what? Am I doing the math here?
2 million times 3 would be $6
million. So that's $6 million, and then divided by what? Maybe 100 designs that get finalized for a new generation. So I don't know. I'm like,
600.
I really don't know because
000, right?
Yeah,
60,000 per design is what every Pokemon design costs. Maybe. I'm using round numbers, but I'm like, that's probably how it would work out. Or maybe not. Maybe not, because maybe some of those designs are like, because we see some designs are created and then we don't actually see them until way later into the future. I'm just trying to like, it was just a thought.
Yeah,
but it's probably something like that. So like when we talk about the cost of, and again, I think most people would say like Pokemon designs are good. I think Pokemon is better than every other monster catching game because every other monster catching game, they don't have good design philosophy. I don't think.
Right.
I mean, there's good designs within it, and everyone, there's talented people all over the place, but like the vision, the direction of what a design should be for a monster catching game, is, I'm not talking on the artist, but like the vision and the direction of those designs does matter. And I think Pokemon's in their bag. So
yeah,
that's like where our money goes. So if they sell whatever. We're getting into the weeds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying, but I also think just going back to like the value of the game, because that's been a very hot topic. It's just like, is this worth that much money? It's not our fault that Nintendo raised the prices to $70, and like I just think that it's literally the standard for video games now, and I think people that are like, this isn't worth my $70, maybe $40 it's worth. I'm like, okay, but we don't decide what it's worth. Like nobody, it's not going to be $40. Like nothing is $40, nothing. And people in the chat right now are all saying tons of stuff about,
Starmie is not worth $60.
Other people will pay like $120 for like Call of Duty or any other games. Like, they'll pay so much money for other games, and that's like the value that the person sees in it, and we see this as valuable. Like you know what I mean? And still at the same time, there's the standard value, and that's really just not going to change. Like it's one of their highest selling games. It's not, it's just that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Like that's it. Like we're not getting underneath that. Like they're not going to be like, oh yeah, our product's not good, so we're going to sell it for less. No, it's not.
And it's like.
And listen,
same thing with like the DLC, the announcement of DLC for this game. Like, I really do understand the take where people are like, I already spent $70 on this, or $60 even is still, a good bit of money.
Yeah.
So they're like, I don't see why I have to spend 30 more on more content. But like the sucky thing is, the flip side is, we are now in an industry with DLC, and an industry that is frankly supply and demand is teaching these companies that, hey, DLC makes your game more valuable. Having that makes your game more valuable, more liked, and better. So, it's not really, again, a Pokemon critique, not even a Game Freak, like as a company critique, but really just an industry critique, I'm just...
For sure. And I mean, we're talking about DLC here. If we're talking about the DLC, it's like they used to do full other games. If this had transitioned to like, we get a whole nother third version game, we'd be paying another $70. You know what I mean? To like get the third version, you'd buy a whole
that's
new
a good point.
$70 game
with the DLC within it. That's a really good point.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, whatever. It's a topic for sure. Like put your spend the money that you want to on what you value. Like,
and you can, and it's also fine too. It is also we encourage anyone to, like, I don't know, like I guess, maybe. Yeah, I guess you don't need to buy the game to criticize it, but it's like when we're talking about the game that we're enjoying, it's just the bombardment of like negativity, even though you haven't played it, that gets old. But if you have criticisms and there are things you want, absolutely voice them. Like that's totally fine.
People in the chat are also talking about like Silk Song and Expedition 33 being cheaper, and it is because those are like indie. I think Expedition 33 is an indie developer as well. Like they're just indie companies, developers that can do what they want with that, and they are taking probably some kind of pay cut from that whole thing. Yeah. And Nintendo is a beast; it's a monster of a company. Like they're not going to lower their standards to that. Unfortunately, it's not on Game Freak that happens. You know what I mean? Like it's not on Pokemon that happens. It's on, like Lumi was saying, the industry as a whole. Like I wish it was $20, but also we want to pay them for the stuff that they're making too, so it's not
because that's another thing too, is we see that money and we think like, I think the instinct is like greedy corporation making money, but it's like, but there's also employees of that greedy corporation that
people that work there.
that greedy corporation makes money, and it trickles down to those employees. Maybe I don't know the wages, so I don't know if it's fair or not, unfortunately, but like there is a part that like there are new designs being designed for the DLC. So like we've seen Mega Raichu X and Y. Yeah, I'd like for the designer who worked on that to get paid, I
would also say that there's not even just people that work there, but tons of people that work in the whole Pokemon company. There's so many people that they have to pay. So anyway.
100%.
Or they could just use AI and make it free. That is a joke.
Yeah, let's scrap. Yeah, we do not endorse that, Lumi. We don't endorse that. So let's hit some of these super chats. You guys have a lot of comments. I do want to talk about the online competition because I did a lot of that this last week, and I'm starting to get good. I'm like learn. We'll cover that. We'll talk about that. But let's hit some of these super chats. Squirtle Master Kenobi, good to see you. Good to see your little Squirtle icon.
Hello.
Thank you for the super chat. They say, I think the reason a lot of people are upset about $70 Pokemon is that we grew up with $30 games. Also, like every game has DLC, no complaints about it. Yeah, that's it. Honestly, that's a good point. That makes me feel a little bit better because it's like, I get it. $100, a lot of money. And I get it. If you're used to spending 100 or more on games that, like, to you are higher quality, then I get it. I get it. You're going to look at this and be like, this is stupid. It's a cartoon. But that's also like a classic, like, dichotomy in people's, like, taste. They want, like, cool and edgy and realistic versus cute and fun and appealing and silly, right? It's like, this is the conversation my dad and I always have. He's like, why do you like this? And I'm like, Dad, like, you sound like whatever. I'm like, you sound like SoulSilverArt. Like, okay, boomer. I'm like, my dad.
Why do you like this baby design?
My dad and I went to see like Star Wars together, like in the theater, and he was like, "Yeah, it was good. It was good. I guess I just wish, like, it would have been really cool if they like, arrived on the planet and it was planet Earth." And I'm like, Dad, that literally would ruin it. That would be that's the stupidest idea. It's like, just go watch Star Trek. That's like, anyways. So good point, Squirtle Master Kenobi. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, about the adjusting money, like, I mean, this just hits that we always have to take, man. That's just literally just years pass, we have to pay more, like inflation or whatever, Yeah. I remember those days too, but now I literally am shelling out $80 to have a PlayStation Network account, and that's like so much money to have that, to play like a little bit of games online, so anyway.
Q Sundrum just joined the Hidden Power universe. Thank you, man.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining. If you want to get the holiday card, mine's right over there. But if you want to get the holiday card, this is just a reminder. Box Legendary tier or higher. It's one tier up. And you get... What are you doing, Lumi? What are you up to?
Oh, he vanished.
Lumi keeps vanishing today.
Lumi, did you fall over? Because we heard something fall over.
Yeah, I think he muted himself and hit his screen. He's getting the holiday card,
I don't think you're mute, bro. You're not mute.
You're not muted.
Oh.
This is the old one. Yeah, he's showing. I don't know if he's talking.
You can speak.
I'm not talking. I'm not talking. I was just showing him.
Speak.
I was gonna let Dusty keep talking while I showed him.
No, it was just gonna be a quick little plug. Yeah, these are some past cards,
the previous years,
but we've got a new one coming up. I'm really excited to show you guys what that looks like.
So excited about
They're so pretty.
And we'll send it to you for the holiday. They are. I'm collecting them, and every card is numbered. If you have a card, you will have a number, or your card will be numbered 1 through I think 1 through 100, and that's like a 1 of 1. That card is 1 of 1. So
also, I'd just like to say too, another reason to get one of these cards is that while it's completely accidental, all I'm saying is, so this was the 2023 holiday card. So for context, the DLC of Scarlet and Violet was coming out that year. And if you notice, we're drinking coffee and having pastries with our Pokemon. Then they announced Legends ZA, where you can drink coffee and eat pastries with your Pokemon. Then in 2024, where all we'd gotten was the Legends ZA release trailer. This is genuinely completely on accident. We've got us battling at nighttime against trainers in Lumiose.
We didn't even know about this.
And then we got the reveal of the ZA Royale, where you battle trainers. So all I'm saying is, apparently, if you want to know what's coming next, get the card. To be very clear, we are not like intentionally putting hints in our cards, but it's just a funny coincidence,
and we send these cards out also, like, to obviously any members that are eligible at the Box Legendary tier or higher. We send this card out to those people, our supporters, to you guys. But we also send these cards out to friends of the show. Like Toby has a card, Phoebe has a card. I think we sent one to A-Drive. We sent literally. I mean, I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna forget people now. I'm getting nervous. I'm gonna forget how many people we've sent it to. Ron, Hoops.
A lot.
I think we sent one to Loxton. So many people. So it's kind of fun. It's like it's just a little collectible. They're all numbered. I'm really excited. I'm excited to send these out. That's the Box Legendary tier or higher. Just okay. I'm done. I'll shut up about it. All right. Jason Borno with the super chat says, "I'll get the DLC in future Pokemon games, because I'm a Pokemon fan and not a hater just to complain." Listen.
Fair.
I'm also a shill. I'm going to be getting it as well. I'm going to be getting it as well. I will
Already
be
got
getting
it.
it as well. I already got it. But that's like, I'll get a little bit. Someone said it earlier. It's like I'll get a little bit less coffee at a restaurant. I'll eat out one less time that month or something. You know, like I'll make it work. I'll make it work because I want to play Pokemon and I want to get these. I want to be part of this experience. You know, when a new Marvel movie comes out, if you love Marvel, you're gonna go see it in theaters, right?
I sure am.
But anyways, we're harping on this. Squirtle Master Kenobi with the super chat says, "I don't care what anyone says. Graphics are good. Gameplay is good. Performance is good. I love this game and I can't put it down." I agree, man. I mean, I guess I don't know if graphics is the right term, but like, I think the game looks
Performance
great.
is good.
Performance is great.
Good.
I think the game looks pretty. I think everything has proper textures. Soul, don't even mention the windows that I'm showing right now.
The night windows are better.
Oh, see, I think they look a little worse. I'm just
give some depth.
I don't really. Yeah, I totally see what you're saying about like everything just kind of being the same like gray, you know.
Yeah.
So that is very real. Sky King with a super chat says every major quote unquote gym leader style trainer battle in ZA has a henchman mini boss fight of a different type. Multi-type gyms for Gen 10. I did notice this, Sky King, and I think it's pretty cool. Like with the Rust Syndicate, it's like steel and then poison, and then you got, I guess it would be, I believe, and then for like the last gym or the last section I'm on, it's poison and then fairy, and then I forget what the first one is. It's something. Is it flying and then
ground and electric?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Ground and electric. You're right. And then it's you're right. It's ground and electric, and it's not poison and then fairy. It's I think dragon and then
dragon and fairy.
Is it dragon and then fairy? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, super fun. That is cool.
That far.
That would be cool,
You know,
Sky King.
It would also I think it would be cool if like they did for the gyms instead of like flying type Pokemon, they did bird type Pokemon. Like, so it's birds. So you're gonna have flying types, of course, like Staraptor, Noctowl, but maybe like also, you know, what's a bird that like Decidueye? That's a grass ghost type, but it is a bird. You know, that kind of Espathra would not be there.
Yeah,
because Espathra is not a bird.
No, I think that'd be cool. Like just ocean, like an ocean. I'm the ocean gym leader, and then you have all these like non-water type aquatic Pokemon.
Right, like a plant-based one, and you've got Florges and Comfey on your team.
Michael says, "Oh, dude, Michael is a Box Legendary tier member for 3
Michael's
months."
the GOAT.
And Michael says, "Oh man, Michael gave you the Skrelp."
Yeah, Michael gave me the Skrelp.
Dude. Michael says, "Unfortunately, there's so much misinformation around the map being one single model, which is only used in a cutscene. That is really fueling the fire. Thankfully, this community is so chill." I'm confused. What was this in reference to?
Controversy as well.
What do you mean the map being? Oh, the windows being duplicated across the whole map?
No, what it is there was one. So in the like data mine of the game, it was found a model of Lumiose City, and it was one model. And so because of that, people were like, they built this entire game like off of one model of Lumiose City. That's horrible. But what it actually is this model of Lumiose City that's inside the Lumiose Museum. That's the model you're seeing.
I don't know if it was the Lumiose Museum. See, there's already still
was it
like
not? Okay.
There's already still some confusion because so essentially, just to frame it properly, like this was like day 0 of the data mine, like the first thing that ever came out of the data mine. So like that means they haven't really mined it well or anything. It's just like, oh, here's a model of Lumiose City. Like the whole map is modeled, okay? Like 3D modeled, like those Pokemon are 3D modeled. And they were like, this is the whole entire map this model, like just one whole model, which I actually think would be impressive, to be honest, but it's not just like this one huge model. Instead, it is just for the opening cutscene, apparently, or maybe it is for what you said, Lumi, the opening cutscene when they like, you know, fly in and it's like the nighttime situation and you like see the whole city for like a split second. That's apparently what it was for.
Ooh.
Like,
wow.
So it's even more like they modeled that whole thing just for that one scene. Like that's kind of intense. Or like other scenes maybe that we see the whole city in.
Yeah.
Sure, like maybe even the ones like the cutscenes to nighttime where it like shows you the battle zone. like where the battle zone is, if it could have been done for that.
Yeah. Anyway, they
either
put it
way-
out as like that's what happened, and then people were like losing their minds, saying like this is what they did, and then it turned out not to be true. Like it was for that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Ace Titanium has been a legendary tier member for 3 months. They say, unfortunately, I've laid witness of a big streamer. He who shall not be named. I didn't see this. He compared ZA graphics to being worse than Pokemon Stadium. Like what? Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier.
I don't know about that.
I was just seeing like a lot of comments that were saying it was like GameCube, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you've ever played a GameCube game.
Y'all had a better experience
because I'm playing Mini Chibi Robo or whatever right now, and I'm like, this is Game Freak graphics. I'm sorry, no, that was Freudian. This is GameCube graphics is what, and then ZA feels nothing like that. But yeah, thank you Ace Titanium for the support. Nick F with a big super chat says, it seems like the fan positive side of the fan base wants to compartmentalize, that's the biggest word I've ever seen in my life, compartmentalize the 13 million budget when addressing the negative fans. Frustration over an ethical profit margin should be fair. Yeah, I think everyone's fair to have the criticism. It's just like the bombardment of, I don't know. I think it's the agenda. I think it's just like the agenda for me. I'm like, listen, if you've just play the game and then we can talk about it. It's fine.
Yeah, and
your opinions are fine, but like, let's talk about it. You're just yelling, like that. I think that I'm getting to the core of my gripe.
Yeah, and also too, like, I mean, you know, I think what Soul said earlier about the budgets too is really important. That like those were planned budgets.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they were final budgets. We also don't know. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, so we don't even know if that included marketing, and we believe it did not include marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
Could not include a lot of
so
things.
It's that budget is so like
changed.
iffy to go off of because there's so many factors in there. It's just like if you see what my New Year's resolutions were for this year, I look a lot more successful than I actually am, you know?
yeah, right.
Should I pull up
real.
GameCube graphics?
I had once compared, and now I was embellishing a bit, like exaggerating, right? But I had once compared like that nighttime scene that Lumi was just talking about, where it like pulls up and when the ZA Royale activates, that it looked like Sonic Adventure 1 graphics on the Dreamcast. This is the buildings, but you know, I could see somebody saying these. This is exactly your point, Dusty. Is like somebody not playing Legend ZA and judging it off of what they see like in screenshots might be like, oh yeah, it looks like GameCube, but if you actually play it, it might.
It also
might not feel
too. Like... Yeah, I don't know. It also, I feel like I can, because you know. Okay, so here's a little bit of a story about something bad that Lumi did once. So when Scarlet and Violet got the Switch 2 patch, I made a video, a short on my channel where I said that, you know, I didn't think that while the patch made the game run better, it still looks ugly. And what's funny is Dusty actually messaged me about the short, and he was like, hey, just FYI, I don't think you use shots from the Switch 1. And I informed Dusty, no, I think you use shots from the Switch 1 instead of the Switch 2 patch. And I told Dusty, no, I actually did use the Switch 2 patch. I just intentionally chose shots that were uglier to sell my point.
Yeah,
and
bad.
So I'm saying that to say that's the secret, right? If I want to tell you that Legend ZA is bad, I'm going to show you the worst screenshots I can find.
Yeah, pick the worst ones.
Yeah.
That's the way you do it. So I think that's another thing too, is if all these people are just regurgitating to each other the same ugly screenshots, I can do that for any game. I'm sure if I really want to, I could find an ugly shot of Breath of the Wild, you know, Mario Odyssey, any of these other games, you know. And obviously Pokemon doesn't look as good those games. I'm not saying that it does look as good as those games, but I'm just saying, you know, understand the pictures these people are posting are probably some of the worst from the game, you know.
Mm-hmm. Here's a shot of my character inside of a building shopping, just having a blast at the shopping mall, and I think this looks beautiful. All right,
yeah, that's pretty good.
And then when I look at the little details, I'm like, yeah, sure, maybe they're not super, you know. I'm like, what the heck is that green thing on the right side on the wall? But this is nice. This is good to look at. I can see the depth. Mm-hmm. There's different colors. It's nice. Like I do think this is more of what this is like. Maybe the Paris that like Soul is imagining. And this is nice. This is
This
pretty.
was all throughout the city. That'd be really nice.
It would be.
But yeah, I do think a lot of people also don't realize that this is made for the Switch. Like, this game was made on the Switch. Like, we're still dealing with hardware from 2017 or even earlier than that.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's an upgrade that makes it look a little better. But yeah, that's a whole nother factor, whole nother story.
Let me.
I will say too, the
Yo.
difference between because my wife could not beat the Rogue Mega Barbarical, and so I had to play it for her. And so she plays on Switch 1, so I played on Switch 1. And I will say the difference between the Switch 1 version of the game and the Switch 2 version of the game is so much smaller than like the Scarlet and Violet Switch 1 to Switch 2 patch. And you know, that was a pretty low bar, but what I guess I'm getting at is that this game actually for the Switch 1, I think it looks better than I expected. I was actually like really worried that it would be awful, if I'm honest, and it wasn't.
Yeah, no, it plays well apparently.
By the way, have y'all had to like redo or get knocked out by any of the rogues?
Yes.
I've only done the one. So.
Yeah, I've been getting my butt kicked. It's a lot of fun.
Really, I have not blacked out from a single rogue yet, and I'm very
Nice.
proud of that. The only time I've blacked out was when I had the foolish idea to get me a Skarmory.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, that's pretty good.
hilarious.
I want to get Scar.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You know what? I should just let this go, but like I'm seeing people like say that I'm saying that I don't want the game to look better, and I want the game to look better. Just for the record, I want it to look better. I'm just like, I'm content with the Pokemon aspects, and no, content's the wrong word because I've been very unhappy with a lot of the games. I'm always like glass half full kind of guy, and there's very specific things that I get out of these games, and I'm not really much of a gamer, so there's like very specific things that I get out of the game, and it's more than the games. Like I like Pokemon for more than the games. I want the games to look better. Let's just make that clear. I think we all want the games to look better, but you know, I don't know. What am I gonna do? Just like spend all my time talking about Pokemon in a negative way? That I would.
I mean, that's what everyone else is doing.
I know,
so
but
yes.
like that, I like. There's things about it that I like. So let's talk about the things that I like. Anyways, all right. We gotta get through these super chats, and then we have another segment. Sky King, wow, guys, you guys are being so generous today.
Thank you guys.
Says I like ZA, but it feels like a demo. It's trying new things, but it made sacrifices. I knew what the vibe was gonna be because I played Little Town Hero, but it's a $20 million game cosplaying as a AAA title. Yeah, let's not rehash this, but
Is this game similar to Little Town Hero? That's interesting.
I mean, I think
Takes place in
he's saying that
a
because
city.
it's the same director, right? So the same director is the one that.
Tochigi, he wasn't the game director for it, though. I thought he was like the music director.
I'm pretty sure he was the game director for Little Town Hero, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong, but
I guess the only aspect of like or the demo idea, like the only like just looking at the word demo that this game feels like a demo. The only part of that I can maybe agree with is the size of the city, because it does feel a lot smaller, but it doesn't feel empty and it doesn't feel pointless. I do think there's been plenty to do. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've like I said, I've played 50 hours and I'm like, I probably have another 100 in the tank. Like, you know, like there's so much stuff to do. Yeah. I'm content with that, but I'd be lying if I didn't say there's a little part of me that's like, okay, well, what's beyond the city? Can we go beyond the city? Right. And we have the DLC coming up, so maybe we're gonna see something.
Doesn't seem like it, but
also I would say the demo.
The director of Little Town Hero is Masao Taya.
So it was. He just worked on it then.
He was the artist.
Gotcha.
Haruka Tochigi.
I'll just say about the demo thing is just it. I would say that people are just coming around to the idea that like even Legends Arceus felt like a catching demo to some people. It's just that people were shocked by the newness of it, and I feel like some people are just more like awake to the situation as like that's what these games are. They're to show off something new. I mean, that's probably why that feels like that. But I do agree with you, Dusty. Like it's got so much content. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's totally fair to say like it's just to show off something new. because
it's like the showcase to me. It's like a showcase of these new things. Like the focus
Yes.
is the battling system.
Yeah.
You know,
But there's,
So-
I guess what I'm pushing back on is like, I just want to be clear. Like these are also games that are selling, you know, tens of millions of copies. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
This isn't like a
Pokemon
side.
name.
This again, like that's something that I
Yeah.
see, and I'm like, I don't get how anyone could consider this a side series. Like
No, it's
maybe
not.
by classification, but I'm like, this is a Game Freak project, and as we're gonna see later, and we're gonna talk about this later in the show. If you've been to the Lumiose Museum, this is as concerned with lore and canon as anything else. This is a Game Freak product. This is contextual and canon to every other Pokemon game, and to me, I think it's more fun.
I mean, I think the biggest point for that it's a main series game is just look at the first Legends game, Legends Arceus. It literally added to the decks of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Easy,
side series
easy,
game has
easy.
done that?
You're totally right. Let me just pull up a picture here. Okay, level 99 Pidgey. I gotta give you a call, man. I have 6 unevolved Mareep on my team. They're all over-leveled. The citizens of Lumiose call me the herder.
And they fear you.
That is good, man. Yeah, and they fear you, bro.
That's
I love that so
awesome.
much. Listen, we should start a little farm together because I have 6 Gogoat, and they call me the shepherd. So I think we need to start something, maybe a band or something. Hi, Drapple, Hal. Hope you're having a great day.
Hal?
Two big super chats. Thank you so much. She says, "Shiny Mega Dragalge. Look it up. I'm obsessed."
Obsessed.
That's not a spoiler, right? Can I look it up? What do you
No,
guys
it's not a spoiler. It's
Nah,
glorious.
You were showing Mega Drampa at the very beginning of the video. I don't think.
Yeah, like
No,
for like
no.
20
But
minutes.
but Drampa is the first Mega you see.
I mean, sure, but either way, they were showing the new Megas.
Wow, this is pretty good. No, I don't really.
I'm obsessed.
I just don't care for this. I love Skrelp, and Dragalge just continues to evolve away from what I love about Skrelp.
That's fair.
I can't wait to do the tier list, guys, because
Yeah, me too.
I got things to say.
Me too.
Beautiful Pokemon.
I'm thinking next week we just kind of bulk record some stuff, just to get it
Could
off
do
our
that.
chest.
Yeah, true.
I don't think
Sounds
I don't think I can wait 2 months before we do a tier list. Let's see. Thank you, Hydrapple Hal. And she also says, the people that don't like ZA truly don't appreciate. Okay, this is her opinion. Don't appreciate good art, gameplay, music. ZA is easily one of my favorite Pokemon games. Listen, the music is great. The gameplay I really do think is so much fun. Good art, I guess it'd be like what's the? I mean, listen. I guess I'm waffling because I'm like, I guess the windows aren't good art. But as a game, I think this is a beautiful piece of work. A video game
On the
as
music
art.
too, man.
The music.
There's a character in the story. I won't even say where, so it's not a big spoiler. But her name is Jacinth, and her battle music
Jacinth? Is it
is like
Jacinth?
We don't know.
Jacinth,
We don't know how to
Jacinth.
say
I don't
it.
know, but
We
whatever.
don't know how to say
JACINTHE. But she has the best like battle music. Like it's like electro swing. It is the craziest thing I've ever heard. I love
wait.
it, man.
Can't wait.
It's
I've been
so
loving
good.
the music. The
All the
music's
music's great, but like hers was like the most. Like I don't think I've ever been shocked by music in a Pokemon game. At least it hasn't been that often that I'm shocked by music in a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
But with her, like when the battle started, I was like, oh, what is this? Oh man, this is awesome! Like it was so good.
So good, man. It really is good. Mr. Dolphin with the big super chat says, got so extremely lucky catching a shiny Sableye, my favorite Pokemon, randomly. Wasn't even hunting for it.
Wow.
Shout out to Game Freak giving it a parting shot, by the way. You guys think they'll let him keep it in the future? Dude, first off, congrats and thank you, Mr. Dolphin.
Yes.
I'm definitely jealous. Would love to get a shiny Sableye. I think I want to, when I complete the game, I cannot wait to start a new file because there are so many Pokemon I want to try out using. There's so many ghost types I want to use. And it seems like all the ghost types get coverage with Mystical Fire. How cool is that? There's just like Raichu learns Surf. Like, what are we doing? There's
That was in Scarlet and Violet.
You could just, wait. You could just teach Raichu Surf?
Yeah. In Scarlet and Violet. Yep.
No way.
Yep.
Why? What?
Pikachu can even learn surf. They can learn surf as a Pikachu.
What do you mean? Like it's specific
That's
Pikachu
hilarious.
Like
from
you
an
can
event?
you can go to the TM called Surf and teach it to your Pikachu in Scarlet and Violet.
No, I didn't know that. That's crazy. That's
Yep.
insane. That is actually insane. I didn't know that.
Yep.
But
They
there's
might have started that in Sword and Shield. I'm not positive. It definitely was in Scarlet and Violet though.
dude, that's crazy. Okay, I thought it was just like an old event reference. That's sick. But yeah, Mr. Dolphin, so many cool Pokemon with so many cool new moves. Do you think they'll let them keep it in the future? Probably not. I think I'm realizing every new Pokemon game just has its own set of moves that a Pokemon can learn based on what makes sense for the game. And there's like
We'll see, though. You never
there's
know.
so few moves in ZA that they had to kind of just like, I don't know, just to give every Pokemon coverage, they just kind of were giving out moves like crazy. It's awesome. But yeah, we'll see. You're right, Soul. We'll see.
You never know. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Nick F, legendary tier member. Thank you so much, Nick F. Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you.
James Perot says
It's Parrot, by the way. He told me I pronounced it right.
Parrot?
Perot?
James Parrot. I was right.
Perot?
Wow, that's crazy. I'm sorry, James. All right, James. All right, let's run it back. James Parrot, the pirate, says people spend $50 on one meal. If something gets you hundreds of hours of entertainment, it's absolutely worth $70. Also, people forget DLC is optional. Damn.
True. Very true.
That is so true, honestly. And obviously, you need to eat. But if you're in a pinch and you can't afford a $50 meal, that's when you go to the grocery store and you just cook a meal, right? I would think. If we're trying to be like empathetic, I would assume that's how it works.
Yeah.
It is true, though. Anytime I go to like a restaurant, it's crazy. I get breakfast. I regret it every time. I'm like, this is delicious, but I'm like, what? My money is disappearing. It's crazy.
I never regret breakfast.
No.
I do sometimes regret getting it out.
Yes.
I get what you mean. Because
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of the times, like,
I'm
a
like,
lot of breakfast
$40 for
places,
what?
It's like an omelet.
it's
I
crazy.
can make an omelet,
Crazy.
you know?
100%. Yeah, it's that's true. That's true. I judge the value of a breakfast or any sort of meal that I buy based on whether or not I could have cooked it better at the house.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ben Boatman, super chat, $2. Thank you so much, man. Do you think graphics could look real life soon? No, and I don't even want
I
it.
hope not.
I want
hope
you
not.
watching the show, but I do not want that.
I don't think he's talking about in Pokemon. I think in general.
Could
I don't
graphics?
think that even in general, I don't think it will. I don't think they'll get there.
I don't think
just
it
yet.
ever can because of like the same reason that like we've talked about with like AI art. You know, there's this, I don't know if y'all have seen this over in like the movie industry. There's this AI actress and
Yeah,
like
I saw that.
it's been a big stink and she looks incredibly lifelike, but at the same time, you do look at her and there's something like they say it's what the uncanny valley. There is
Yeah.
something that you know this isn't quite human.
Isn't real.
You know,
This
and I
isn't-
think that's the thing is like there is like the sense that humans have where we are able to tell. It's why you're able to look at like an AI art and tell it was made by AI. You know, is because there's like a, I mean, you know, not to sound cheesy, but there's like a soul missing from it. You know,
Yeah. Very much so. Who knows?
so I don't
one
think
day,
it
though.
ever can. But
If
it'll
that
always
was about
improve.
Pokemon, yeah. If that was about Pokemon, hopefully never. Like Dusty said,
Yeah,
we don't
oh,
need
yeah.
that. We don't want that.
Yeah.
There should be a different art style. It should be always like that whimsical fantasy art style.
Yeah.
Not just like
That said, I wouldn't be surprised if they do like a spin-off game one day that maybe makes it look a little more lifelike, right? You know, I mean, in the same way that like we have
Pokemon Tournament was
Quest
kinda like
making very blocky Pokemon, like Minecraft-like Pokemon, you know?
Oh, dude, when
Pokemon
people
was like that.
when people start doing, this is Nick F, when people start doing Pokemon ROM hacking on Octopath, we can have the conversation about graphics going backwards all day. Hilarious, dude. That's honestly really true.
Somebody should do that. That sounds fun.
I forgot that
Surprised
game.
no one has, honestly.
That new game is coming out. It's like it's made by Square Enix in the style of Octopath Traveler, but it's like a Zelda game. That's coming out soon. I really want to play that. And Squirtle Master Kenobi, this is the last super chat, says games are more than graphics. It seems lately that people look at graphics and determine its goodness on graphics alone. It's maddening.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so true that's been happening.
Yeah.
I agree. Thank you so much.
All right. So, have you guys battled online?
Yes,
I
I
did.
have a Greninjite.
Me
Lucky
too.
you.
I just got mine last night.
I did 3 or 4 battles last night.
And what'd you think about it, Soul?
I loved it. I thought it was great. It did feel like kind of like a weird Overwatch situation. Like obviously not the same, but I really liked the style of gameplay. I did really good on my first round, and then my next ones were pretty bad.
That makes sense because you were rank Z, so everyone else was kind of beginning to.
Yeah, everyone was beginners, so it's like that was. I was like, dang, I got some hits off, but it's fun. I might have some struggles ahead of me.
You'll get.
I would get my butt kicked, but like, I still, because they were so quick, I still wanted to keep playing. I'd be like, you know what, one more round.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I think the more megas, this is when I first did it. When I first was doing the online battles last week, like, I was struggling because I didn't really have that good of Pokemon, and then last night I just literally went online with like I had a bunch of different megas to choose from, and my main core is Charizard and Meganium, and no one expects Mega Meganium, and it's like everyone's got their Feraligators, everyone's got their Gyarados, everyone's got like all these Pokemon.
I saw a lot of Embors. Yeah,
but Meganium can even hold its own on Embor sometimes. I need a good water type, I think, on my team. Just to take out Embor. Embor, yeah. And it's fun to like do the mind games of the switching. I was just having fun. Dude, I actually was some of you guys were there. Hal was there. Some other people were there and on stream last night on my channel and I was getting first place. I was like, how am I doing this? This is insane.
Nice.
It was so much fun.
You know what's fun about it, especially is like Dusty, you were saying at the beginning of this stream, like the game being repetitive.
Yeah.
I think also when you add in like just this is another part of the game that you can do to like break up any monotony of the whole thing. You know, like you can. There's the same thing with side quests and what else is in the game? There's some other things in the game that you can do that. Catching Pokemon. Like you go to catch a Pokemon, you go to do the side quest, you go to do the main story, then you go to do the ZA Royale, whatever. Then you go to do this. You battle online for like, an hour. Then you can go right back to the game and it just like breaks up everything in a very good way, I think. This is a pillar of this game as well, I think. I think they really tried to put it in there on purpose. It's not just a throw-in feature.
And we're having some comments about like how like 1v1 would be cool, and you can do that. I did 1v1 against my friend just offline. That's how you do it.
It has to be private.
Yeah, probably. I think they're saying that like a ranked 1v1.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it.
Which would be cool.
You can do it though. That's the thing. Like, like you can do it. Like I'm gonna battle level 99 Pidgey, like solo dolo. We're gonna literally, or maybe it'll be like three of us in a group. Lumi, we should do something in the. Are we doing something in the Discord? People have been saying they want to battle each other.
We're working on things.
Okay. All right.
That's all I'll say for now.
All right. Is there a place for people to just like meet up and do battle in the Discord?
Yeah, definitely. There's spots in the Discord for sure.
Okay,
it's just another reason to join the Discord.
Yeah. Join on YouTube or on Patreon. All right. Anyways, I don't know if you have any thoughts on it. I was having so much fun, and I think what's been interesting about the online is it is learning, and I'm not like this is all just emerging for me, but I've had friends like AJ in the chat who have been telling me like there's mind games to this, right? The people who have been playing like action games for 2 decades, they understand the psychology needed for these types of games that like I am just being introduced to for the first time, right? Where the mind games before is like predictive. It's like, okay, if this happens, then I'll do this. If this happens, I'll do this. You can only think a couple turns ahead. In this, it's like you have to predict the execution of the player. Not necessarily just like the moves they'll use, but will they stall? Like last night, I got a couple kills off because the person stalled or like didn't know it, and I lost a couple times because I sent out the wrong, or I would use Solar Beam, which would take time to charge up before I could attack, and it left me susceptible. I used that accidentally instead of like Giga Drain, which would have been a quicker kill. That's like a misclick on my part, but that does matter. That's like part of the strategy. So just kind of interesting. You know?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing those kind of games as well for a long time. So it's like, it's nice to. That's what I mean. Like it's good. Like it feels good to like have a viable type of ranked thing. You know, like the biggest thing is like I'm not a competitor, obviously, but it could be an esport one day. You know what I mean? Like all it has to do is tweak a few things, and it could be really, really right there with games in its same genre kind of thing. It's definitely good. I enjoyed it. I only played 3 though. I need to play more.
Play some more, man. It's fun. It really is fun.
Yeah.
And you end up ranking up without even without really doing much.
Yeah. I mean, I need to do it for the Greninja because it's before November something, and I'm like, November 5th or 6th.
Yeah,
like,
November 6th. So you have 2 weeks today.
I could do
2
it.
weeks. Yeah, you can, but just kind of as a public service announcement, guys.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
And then I'm gonna get my Delphox. What rank do you think we have to be for Delphox? Do you think I just get it?
I would bet K as well.
It's probably gonna be the same.
You just get it
because the season resets. So
the season
it'll reset. So I don't know
see.
those. I don't know if it'll knock you all the way back down to Z though. It's hard to tell because we haven't had this game. But like with Scarlet and Violet, it knocks you down a little bit, but it doesn't. Like if you hypothetically were Master Ball rank, it's not going to knock you down all the way to the beginning tier in Scarlet and Violet. So I don't know. I'm expecting something similar. So maybe if you're rank K, you go back to like rank M. Yeah. So it's my guess is it won't put you all the way back to Z, but I actually have no idea.
True.
Yeah.
Damn, man. Dude, that's kind of fun. That actually makes me want to. I forgot it reset, so it makes me actually want to get to rank A, just to see if there's like rewards or whatever.
There are.
Probably is. Yeah, there probably is.
That's cool. That's cool.
And then there'll also be end of the season rewards. So like when the season's over and they're moving to the next one, you'll get certain rewards based on your placement. So like if you're rank A and I'm rank Y, you're going to get better end of the season rewards than I am.
Yeah. Hydrapple Hal, thank you for the super chat. They say, update for the guys. I am 11 Pokemon from 100%ing ZA's decks.
Heck yeah.
That is really impressive, honestly. Like that's pretty cool.
That's really good. I haven't even considered, like I've been capturing all the Pokemon that I see. If it's new, I'll try to get it, but I haven't even like gotten to the point of like analyzing my decks. But I think I'm actually getting pretty close to like finishing the game. I did fight. Spoiler alert: Zygarde's in the game.
Well, great.
So
I'm just gonna stop now.
I'm just saying. And so I don't know.
Could be a spoiler for someone that didn't watch anything on it. But.
I guess.
They're like, what does ZA stand for?
I mean, you literally see a Zygarde cell in the first cutscene of the game. So
yeah, you better know. Oh, nice. Everyone's saying they got their shiny charm. Yeah, dude, so good. I'm having fun. I guess I wasn't even gonna bring this up, but I thought this was kind of cool. So we actually did get new official 2D art for Mega Dragonite. Do you guys think this could indicate that we would get new official art, 2D art for every single one of the Megas in ZA?
I think we were always going to. I think we were always going to.
Mind.
In Pokemon Home, they have a catalog of like the Mega Evolutions, and it shows their 2D art, not their home sprite, but their 2D art. And so the thing is, like, when these Megas are compatible with Home, hypothetically, that would show their 2D art.
Realistically, historically, let's say, we usually get their art pretty soon here. Like, so it should be like in the next 2 weeks or so. But the thing is, since the DLC is coming out so soon after, I assume, I am thinking they might even wait until after the DLC to
release
give us
it all.
Yes, just give us all. And how they release it is not just like an official release or anything. You know what I mean? It's like there's this one website that has all of them on it, like a Japanese, like official Pokemon website that has all of the art on it. Like the only reason you find out about it is because someone checks that like every day. You know what I mean? And then tries to see. So. And then you just see them randomly pop up in media, and you're like, "Wait, they have art?" And yeah, they've had art, but there's also the DreamWorks corporate art that will happen as well.
Sure. Do you think
we've seen some of those too?
We have seen. Yeah, they've been popping up. Do you think there's a reason why this 2D art is kind of being shelved in the back seat as kind of like a secondary thought?
Because they're mean.
No, I think it's a modern thing. Seriously, it might be easier. I don't know, but there's like a modern trend going on right now that has that happening. Like I've seen in like Sonic the Hedgehog games, like a lot of those are just the models are 3D renders for some reason, or like the artwork models of them. There's other things that are other franchises that are doing it essentially. I do think
trend,
this makes me question. Yeah, this makes me question if we will get 3D renders for all of the new Pokemon in general, or was the 3D renders just for the promotional cycle? You know what I mean? These were never in doubt for me because we have to have art of them, like for the Pokedex books, for the posters.
No, this was in doubt for me. We talked about this.
No,
we were all doubting it.
I was never doubting that they would do it eventually. I was doubting that they would before the game's release, and that was upsetting to me. But
really, I thought, I was fearful that because they didn't show it to us, it was going to be like Scarlet and Violet, where there were a bunch of Pokemon forms that just randomly didn't get any, and that's what we were seeing. They said, "Oh, we'll give you art," but it's 3D art that looks bad. It's not classic, watercolor Ken Sugimori, style art. I really didn't think we were going to get these 2D arts. And this isn't even high quality. Like what we have.
It looks so good,
this is just like a scan of a book or something.
It's the art book actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does it not have it for the other ones?
No, it's just I think Gardevoir is there. Like if you had bought like the special if you had bought like the special edition or whatever in Japan, you get like this art book that has like concept art and stuff in it, and that's where this is coming from. So it's not anything where there's
I just got a tote bag.
Yeah. Bro, that's what I wanted to say in this freaking stream. Give me 1 second. Anybody who pre-ordered like from Best Buy, you got a deal. You got something of quality. Like to me, the $70. It's funny because we're talking about the $70, but it felt like I actually got something in return. Hold on 1 sec.
Okay. I think he's gonna go get a plushie. I think that's what this is.
I think it was a playmat.
Oh, dude, yes.
Talk about whatever, but
dude, you're right. I'm so jealous of this. I heard about the playmat. I'm so jealous. That's so cool because you could use
high quality.
It's like a mouse pad.
High quality.
That's cool.
No, that's
cool.
good.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I didn't get it. See, this is what I'm saying. No, but this is my point. What art is featured on this high quality playmat? It's the 3D art.
True.
It's the 3D art.
But the map itself though isn't. That's
the map is sick.
It has all of that artwork, like Lumiose Towers artwork, like so pretty. And it's printed on there well, and the quality of this thing is like thick. Like it's a real playmat thing. And I feel like Best Buy was like, this is a $30 value or something. Yeah. But to me, it's probably like 15, 20 at most. It's still like I got $15 back on my purchase. You know what I mean? Like I actually got something.
Cool way to look at it. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it was so worth it.
That's cool. Yeah, I heard about the playmat, and I'm like, that would be kind of nice to have something for like my desk, literally right here.
I mean, it's also like a collectible thing now too. Like this is gonna be here.
Yeah, dude.
Whoever did it got it, and that's it.
I got a tote bag, and it already broke.
Oh no! Is it from GameStop? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the cheapest thing in the whole world.
Yeah. I almost swapped.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Anyways, just wanted to bring up this 2D art. I thought it was pretty cool, and it's given me hope because I was not hopeful. I feel like we spent a lot of time complaining that we're never going to get them. All right, and I guess the last thing I wanted to talk about is, and we will do a full deep dive on this later on, I believe. We got some videos planned specifically about all of the different lore and everything that we've learned in Legends ZA. We're gathering our thoughts. We're trying to let people... we're trying to finish the games. But Lumi does have a couple points here that he wants to bring up, specifically that we've learned and found in the Lumiose Museum. These are things from the game that are just kind of pretty cool to learn about. So Lumi, hit it.
First off, shameless plug. I've got a full video on my channel where I kind of go into this stuff as well as some other stuff that I've seen from just around Lumiose City. Because this game's actually like super lore heavy. Like one thing I didn't mention in the video is that there's like an NPC who just casually mentions like, Iris versus Drayton, that'll be a good match, or something to that effect. So it's like, oh, Iris is battling Drayton, and I want to be clear, I said Drayton, not Drayden, so it's actually the grandson that we met in the Blueberry Academy. So that was really cool. But in the Lumiose Museum, you know, they've got this whole exhibit dedicated to Hisui, and it is a kind of a meta love letter to all of us Legends Arceus fans. And you know, they've got stuff like what's his name, Kamado's armor, the craft station that you made the Pokeballs on, stuff like that. But there's two things that were really, really interesting to me. And one is a battle court that there is, and it like talks about, oh, there was once a man named Ingo who ran a sort of battle facility on the battlegrounds in Jubilife Village. And then it says, it is stated that one day he vanished after stating, "It is time for me to return." And then he just disappeared. So
Crazy.
This coupled with the fact that there are NPCs around Lumio City that say, "Oh, the multi-battle trains are back up in the Unova region," which, you know, the multi-battle trains is where you battle both Ingo and Emmett. And like, there's someone else who says something to the effect of like, "I want to battle Ingo and Emmett," or something like that. So it's a confirmation that Ingo did make it home, which was like in my opinion, the biggest like thread left from Legends Arceus that I was like, why are we not finding out anything about this? You know?
It's bittersweet though, right? Because I mean, it made me like emotional in a sense, but also I was like, yo, why couldn't this play out in the game somewhere? Like, even in a future game, like, don't give us the whole story. I mean, it could still, but you know what I mean? Because they didn't give us the entire story. But my guy was just like, he just vanished one day. He just...
I love the idea of like, Ingo's just like in a town hall meeting. They're all arguing. Ingo just goes, "It's time for me to return." And he's gone, you know?
I assume it was like an Arceus thing, because Arceus probably brought him there. So it was like Arceus probably told him, "Hey, I'm going to put you back in your normal timeline now." You know what I mean? And so he's like, "Time for me to return."
Which also makes you wonder if maybe the main character ended up returning home as well.
Right.
Because, you know, they were also brought from the future. And then another thing that was interesting is you can see Volo's outfit. Specifically, it's the outfit he wore when you battle him with Giratina. And, you know, it's like, oh, this is the outfit that was worn by people when they would perform rituals in ancient Sinnoh. But there's a guy standing next to it, and if you talk to him, he says, you know, I was told that the person who wore this outfit personally donated it to the collection. He also allegedly stared at the sketches from the Pokedex with this nostalgic air. And so it's kind of like an implication. I wouldn't even call this one a hard confirmation like the Ingo one, but like an implication that Volo is still out there.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because...
I never really doubted, to be honest.
No.
Because what he says in Legends Arceus, he's like, I'll do it.
It was so validating to me because I put up a theory on my channel a while ago, and I think I'm going to use this to kind of revisit that theory at some point next month. But basically, like, you do have that line where he basically says, like, I'll get Arceus, and he says, I don't care how many decades, how many centuries it takes, which that's a weird thing to say because, like, you know, humans don't typically live centuries, right? Yeah. But then also it's kind of interesting, too, because the only character who got two quote-unquote ancestors in Legends Arceus was Cynthia, where you have the Kogita was her name, the woman, and then you have Volo. And the thing is, there's no, like, I do not get the vibe, and I guess maybe y'all have a different take on it. I don't get the vibe that there's anything romantic between Volo and Kogita. And given that I'm not getting that vibe,
aren't they family?
They might be family.
My theory is actually, this is the theory that I proposed in my video, is that Volo's not immortal. He's a time traveler, and he's actually not a Cynthia ancestor. He's a Cynthia descendant. And that's why...
I thought I was the only one that came up with this.
No,
I feel like he could be like a time, you know, like he could have went into... I wasn't going to say anything now because I was going to tweet it out later today. But like he could have like gone into like a Giratina, the distortion world, and come out the other side. You know what I mean? And been like, whoa, I'm here now, you know? And he can look at the things like he's in the
That's
way
cool.
way future, you know. And
I mean,
just be like, whoa.
I even
know?
think of it like a thing of, you know, kind of like, Soul, you're a Marvel fan. Kang the Conqueror in the Marvel comics, he's from so far in the future that they have advanced technology and he is able to time travel. We see in Scarlet and Violet a time machine that at least allows you to dimension hop has been invented. So I don't find it a hard thing to believe that Volo could have access to this if he's from the future. But also, like, so for one, his team is very similar to Cynthia, and that to me implies, because he modeled his team after probably his strongest ancestor. Yeah, she was once the champion of Sinnoh. And then also it makes sense why he not won, because you do ultimately defeat him, but why he like was able to get as far as he did, get all these plates, get Giratina, is because he knew everything that would happen. He knew like where everything would be because he's from the future.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Dude, that's
a cool theory. That's a cool theory.
That's fun. Dude,
that makes a lot of sense.
I gotta wrap this game up so I can actually sync. We should really do that video soon just to sink into all this, you know, all these new theories and all the new lore, and I literally haven't seen anything at the end of the game yet of ZA.
Right.
I'm like, I don't even know what's happening. I don't know anything about the end of the game, so I gotta get to
That's
end.
great.
I gotta get to the end.
Epic Randomness said something that I thought was really funny. Have y'all ever seen that meme where the guy just goes like, and then he vanishes, like he just flashes up?
Yeah.
Of course. He's saying that's Ingo.
Yeah, that's kind of how it felt, right?
Like he just bye.
That's definitely how it felt.
That's so funny.
Those were just some details. There were so many other ones too.
Oh,
I mean, I just went in there. I stumbled upon it. I thought it was gonna be like mid game kind of thing, but I literally was just like, the first second that I got to explore the city, I actually found it, and I went in and I went to every single thing and I took pictures of everything.
Same.
Yeah, and it was so cool to see. And the Hisui thing specifically, I did not expect to feel that weight of nostalgia and like emotions hit me, because it really did. I was like, dang, I'm like emotional over this. And like Lumi said in one of my in a reply yesterday, I think it was, or the day before, I don't remember, but you were like, imagine if the music was playing. Like if the music was
playing,
Life
Village, I would have cried.
I can hear it in my mind, you know.
I know.
Just like, I hear it and I'm seeing all these things, and you're like reading. I think the biggest thing about it, and I typed this out yesterday and I was like, wow, this is actually the truth. The biggest thing about it is that you played it. You were there. It feels like you're now in the future, but you were in the past. And this is like a whole exhibit to your past. And like, you experienced it. You were the reason all these things kind of happened, and you were living in Jubilife Village at that time. But now you're this person, and
dude,
it's
you're
like
right. It's not.
It's like wild.
It's
wild.
not a legend because you've lived it. You experienced it, right? That it's not history. It's not lore. It is literally your own personal experience.
So what I'm hearing is the real Pokemon Legends are the friends we made along the way.
I didn't hear that at all. No,
Roll
I didn't,
credits.
I didn't hear that at all. If you guys actually, Lumi, did you have anything else?
No, I mean that was. I really do recommend just checking out the museum because all of it's just super nostalgic and really nice. And there's also cool stuff outside of the Hisui exhibit because that's just one floor.
Yeah,
but. That's, I think, the big lore breaking things from there.
Yeah. We have a ton of Legends ZA themed merch on our store right now. You can get something really spooky or fun for Halloween. This is one of my favorites, our bestseller, Legendary Aura, the Zygarde hoodie. But this comes in a couple other different designs as well. We've got, of course, Mega Evolution merchandise, and our Dream Eater collection is only going to be, this is a limited run thing that we do every single year. Dream Eater merch, and the latest the latest design this year, the 2025 design, is Frostlass because of Mega Frostlass. Get this shirt before it goes. Wear it for Halloween. You could even wear it all the way, all winter long. I love these colors. I think actually the orange is my favorite out of these four.
Yeah, it's nice.
The Rotom orange. It's spooky. It's pumpkin-y. I don't know. It's cool. It's nice.
I prefer Haunter.
Haunter is good.
Purple.
You get the purple color, and there's a green. Shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com. Support the show. Members get 10% off. Look for that code. Anything across the store. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, honestly, really appreciate all of you guys watching right now. We don't normally do this, but we did. We did do this week's episode live, so this was kind of fun.
Yeah.
But we're just playing the game, and honestly, I'm glad we did this live. This was kind of nice.
I imagine the people prefer it because it's more relevant, and we're
you're
also
here
with
with
you.
us.
Yeah.
Get I guess I would say, like, if you're a member already, get into the Discord. Just make sure you're in there. Navigate and find the like the call-in.
It's called the 2025 call-in show. It's
Perfect.
a stage channel.
Yeah, so just make sure you find it. Get in there, because we're gonna be doing a live call-in show, and we want to hear from you. So get into the Discord. We appreciate you guys so much. And Haroon the Buffoon just sent a super chat. Thank you so much. They say, hey guys, shout out to the pod. I'm loving ZA. Team Totodile all the way. You think Game Freak will ever go back to the classic 2D sprite art style?
I think in the far future.
Yeah.
In the far future.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. The far future. Honestly, what I'm most hoping for the 2D sprite art style is just that next year's the 30th anniversary. Not to sound all DustyGogoat on ya, but ports. That's what I'm hoping for.
Damn.
Nice.
I'm into it, man. I'm into it. Yeah, I feel like I'm actually kind of the opposite. I don't think it's the far future. I think if it's going to happen, there's a not a trend, but there is an appetite currently for those 2D games.
Yeah, true.
And I wonder if we get even further away, like 10 years into the future. I'm thinking about, like, who has that appetite for those retro style games. It's people our age, people my age.
Yeah,
or
we'll
older.
Still be around then, right? We'll still be around.
Yeah, but there's
it'll be even further in the future.
Think I would imagine your ages 20 to 30 or 15 to 30. That's like when you have the most amount of time to buy games. So I'm like, if 10 years from now, when the people who have a nostalgia for 2D games are maybe 45, like, I don't know if they're really buying. I don't know if that market is really going to be there. That's like saying, that Pokemon is going to make a TV show. I don't know. I'm just trying to think about something like my dad likes. Pokemon's not going to do anything that my dad likes because he's not buying any games,
Right, but our generation's different though, right? Because like our generation is going to constantly love this until we're done.
But will we be the majority buyer? Yeah. Will we be the? I don't think we're going to be the majority buyers in 15 years. It's going to be the kids,
Yeah, well,
maybe not, but I don't know. There is something cool about like in 15 years, some of us right now in this room might have 12, 13-year-old kids, right? And maybe even 14 or 15. And so the idea of like, being like, oh, this is kind of what games look like for me. And so you're 15, 14, 13-year-old kids, like, that's kind of cool. Like, it's kind of the games from my, because like, I mean, all my music's like my dad and mom's era,
No, that's true. I'm not saying the appetite doesn't exist, but I guess it would just.
Yeah.
I guess I'm thinking like there is a hunger for like retro games now, like Octopath, right?
Undertale, even I think about. Yeah, that's like
great example.
All spritey.
Like there is an appetite for that, and I guess I'm just looking at it, and maybe this is incorrect. Maybe I shouldn't be looking at it like a trend. Maybe I should be looking at it more as like a genre. And if it's a genre, if 2D Pokemon games are a genre, then. Yeah, then I guess maybe that'll continue. Maybe it's transcended. It's like Zelda, or how Mario games kind of popularized like platforming or whatever.
I wonder when 3D polygon games are going to become a genre. Like
what we're looking at right now. Yeah.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time.
Sure. No, that's true. And I guess where my thought process comes from is like, I don't think red, blue, and yellow look appealing to kids today. And when I say kids, I mean like 18-year-olds, or whatever, 16-year-olds. I don't think they're looking at that and they're like, that's so cool. Red and blue gold and silver are cool. I think instead they're looking at Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They're looking at black and white, right? which are advanced versions of those 2D games. So maybe whatever we get in the next 10 years that is like an old school pixel art 2D game, maybe it just has to be more advanced or stylized, more stylized.
Definitely that. I do also think too, like there is something exciting about, if I were to imagine that I just started playing Pokemon today, so my very first game is Legends ZA or Scarlet and Violet, there is something cool about in the future. They're like, hey, we're going to remake Pokemon Red and Blue, and it's going to be in that classic sprite style. There would be something cool about being like, I never even got to experience that, but this is this thing I love. This is its roots. Yeah.
Yeah. Valid. Thank you for the super chat, and we appreciate you guys all watching. Remember, members, if you want the holiday card, legendary tier, box legendary tier or higher. It's just the tier up.
That's the $10 tier.
That's the tier up. Yeah, that's just the one tier up. Appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you very soon.
It was fun.
Yeah, super fun. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for being here.